Mama said you're meant to burn as bright as a star among the midnight sky. All the pressure blinded me, but now I see I'm not different from the rest. You said I'd fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid, and I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'd fly away. You said I'd fly anyway, but I keep on falling. You said I'd fly anyway, but I keep on falling. But I keep on falling. We're all searching for that open door. Show me proof that there is something more. I just hope I am okay with the choices I make. Maybe then I'll understand. You said I'd fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid, and I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'd fly away. You said I'd fly anyway, but I keep on falling. But I keep on I'm sorry that I didn't hit you back when you call my line. Or did you even need to talk? Or you wasting time declining all your FaceTime calls? Cause you're not my vibe, but God just let me go to sleep. Someone get high with me. Yeah, cause I'm running away. I'm looking for space. Looking for space. I'm healing from all of the pain. I'm running away. Cause I feel lost right now, and it's hard to breathe. And I've lost myself. What happened to me?
how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. And I don't know why the webcam is like blaring bright lights at me. I mean, I guess I could turn it down on this side, right? Turn down the lights on this. What it does is gives me like an extra layer of brightness. And it doesn't seem like, as I'm turning this down, it really does anything. Oh, it does a little, but then the green screen becomes all kinds of screwy. So, you know what? We're going to do it like this. We're going to go into settings. We're going to take away a little bit of that backlight composition. There we go. Isn't that better? It doesn't look good. It's still a little bit like less smooth than what I like it to be. I have no idea how to fix that whatsoever, chat. I gotta mess around with that some more. So I'll probably do that over the weekend because tomorrow is my day off. But today we got some 5V5 1v1 duels on the day, boys. How y'all doing? Helix, how's that guy doing, boys? Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream, boys. Let me get the music back up and running for the evening. Let me know how audio is music wise. I want to make sure it's loud enough for you guys. Because I get a little sad when the music is a little low. I want you guys vibing in here. What's up, Chicago? How you doing, fam? How we doing in the groups, man? We're going to be doing groups over on the NA today. Hopefully we can get some boys in here for some 5V5 1v1 duels. I'm a little late with some of the things. Mostly the thumbnail work. I have the model. I've been working on that for a couple of minutes now. What's up, man? Soul Stream. What's up, Jason? How you doing, my guy? What you doing over here? Or did Soul stop streaming? I also would love Souls to join in the duels at some point. I think Venthyr, Gym and Hunter would actually be fantastic for 5V5s because not a lot of classes have a dispel, so the Venthyr buff is gonna last the whole time. I don't know what he's doing for the rest of the day. I don't know if he's just pushing for the arenas, but that Venthyr build looked really fun. I want to give it a go at some point myself now. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if he make it to work, I mean, he's making it work in arenas, but I wonder if it's possible to make it work like everywhere else. Like, can you get away with it? I know it's like, oh, just to dispel away, and then it's like your damage is gone. Yeah, but how often do people dispel it? You know? Do they know what the Venthyr ability does? Because maybe a majority of players, if they have no idea, you could probably get away with it in BG. It's like, huh, okay, well, it's some kind of a dot. It doesn't look like mind game, so I'm not gonna dispel it, and then just rotting down to it. You know what I mean? I could totally see something like that. I can totally imagine something like that in my head. Boys, let me get on the live servers. By the way, PTR, did you guys check out the video from this morning? They got some updates when it comes to gearing and alt stuff over on PTR. It's some really good changes, honestly. Some really fundamentally great changes, dude. We'll love to see that kind of stuff. Alrighty, boys, hopping on them live servers, seeing what we got for groups. Hey, yo, not a bad idea. What's up? I've been listening to Carnage while doing the DK Tower Challenge. Wish me luck. Let's go, my guy. Wait, as unholy or what spec? Actually, that makes sense. Is this webcam just get worse? Is this thing just like, I feel like the webcam just got worse, man. I think the frames just left me. God damn. Like, what is going on, man? It's like so non-smooth. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to fix it, chat. I have no idea. I guess we're just gonna play like 20 FPS simulator with a webcam. I get frustrated with stuff like that on a regular, dude. So you know what? If it's like, oh god damn, what's going on? Trust me, it bothers me more than it bothers you. I have maybe turned off, turn it on. Nope, I don't know what's going on, man. I have no idea how to fix it. It says FPS highest, please. Can we at least put it like to 30? Is that why it's doing it? Is it because it's on 30? Because literally it says highest is 30. Match output FPS. Autocorrect 30. I'm not sure that's how it's supposed to be. You know what? I'm gonna need to figure it out. Apparently this webcam doesn't do 60 FPS at 1080p, but at 720 it does fine. So maybe I'll drop down settings later to like 720p so the webcam can be kind of smooth. But it's not like you guys are here to watch me in my face. You're here to watch them 5V5 1v1 duels, boys. Unholy first and Frost. Okay, Unholy is gonna be pretty difficult in my opinion. I mean, not too bad if we get used to it, but out of all, like the Agatha fight for the Mage Tower, in my opinion, was one of the easier challenges in general. But for Unholy Death Knight, it was one of the, like, Unholy Death Knight had the hardest time with the easiest challenges, I guess what I'm trying to say. Apparently inside Demon Hunter RPGs using it. I can see it. I mean, if you have somebody pulling everybody to you, right, in the cluster, you Metamorphosis on top of them, I beam them all, that's a lot of AoE damage. I mean, there's even, look, there's even Ventier elemental shamans in RPGs, which is super weird. But they're doing it so they could use a Ventier ability to spread flame shocks on everybody. They're literally playing PvE build. They're trying to do as much AoE damage as they can for big team fights. They're literally focusing on AoE damage, dropping down earthquakes and big chain and lightnings. I'm not even joking. It's apparently like a playstyle. So it's kind of neat, actually. It's kind of cool in my opinion. That is a playstyle. That's a build. You know what I mean? It's pretty neat. Alrighty, boys. How we doing on them groups over on the Team NA? Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do, boys. Genus? Conservationist Genus. I like how the conservationist title on the bottom left is like conservationist. What do you get that title? That sounds so good. Oh my goodness, boys. But yeah, Unholy First, Frost. Good luck with Frost. That's actually a really difficult one. Out of all the Mage Shower challenges, the Frost one, I think, almost gave me an aneurysm. That one was just tough, man. Blood DK wasn't bad at all. I feel like, honestly, I'm starting to think the Blood DK challenge might be the easier challenge out of all the different challenges it could do as a Death Knight. Because on that one, you just gotta make sure you don't fall off. And if you've done that on your Paladin, it's basically the same thing. You have a limited mobility, and you try not to fall off. But the playstyle is very, very similar. Just slightly different buttons that you press. Instead of a shield throw, you just do Blood Boil in AoE. But it's very similar effect, and the idea is the same. Nuke down the boss before it nukes you down as soon as possible, as soon as you can. That's all you're trying to do. Which seems like that would be like a really, like a simple, I guess a simple plan. But it never ends up being simple. It's simple on paper, but it never is that simple. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find that, oh, you know what I need? You know what I want? I want that, One Hunter ability for the thumbnail. Boys, do we have any 5V5 1v1 groups? Yo, whisper me real quickly on RealID if you got a group available and looking for them NA 5V5 duels. I know it's hard. Do not, to no consumables. No chance to do it. Just a tip. Really? You think it's impossible, Mikey? Maybe. Maybe. I think, wait, didn't Bicep Pump do all the Mage Shower challenges as green? Like in starter gear, though? I was pretty sure Bicep Pump did all the challenges for Unholy and Frost. He did it also in like a trial green starter gear. Level 50 character, full green, like bad leveling items. And he was able to do all the challenges in those items as well. Prop Warrior Challenge was fun because I had the right strategy, figured out I still managed to push third Infernal. Had around 1k DPS on me before Lightforge had an instant nuke for ads. Yeah, wait, Lightforge like the potion? Huh? Or Lightforge like Draenei? Okay, I think that's what I mean. No, it's just hard. I wonder how that guy did it then, Bicep Pump. Because he did end up doing it. Covenant Abilities Wiki. Let's see. Also, I guess I should post how to join the 5V5 1v1 duels, yeah? I should probably add that in chat at some point. Here we go. Here we are, boys. Yo, let's get some 5V5 1v1 duels up and running. Yo, anybody got a group, boys? Anybody forming one together? We got ourselves player versus player. Let's see if we have anybody. Yo, none but in the Horde. Maybe our alliance with Chicago, potentially. Who's more ninja, Monk or Rogue? I think Rogue is an easy answer, but in some way Monk is a little bit more ninja in some regard. I want to say Rogue, man. I want to say Rogue. Like ninja is all about stealth at the end of it, right? Agility, all cool, but it's all mostly about that stealth. And I think, yeah, I think Rogue is a lot better at stealth, which is really what makes him super ninja. You know? Hunter abilities. Wiki. Here we go. I usually like to find my abilities for like the thumbnails on the wiki. And I think I want to use... Do they have Chimera Sting? What does Chimera Sting look like? Wow head Chimeral Sting. Chimeral Sting. Oh, it looks like snakes. Oh, so it looks like Killer Cobra. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that'll look fine. Well, nah, I'm thinking... I'll try to make as good of a thumbnail as I can here, chat. So, while I'm taking here some sweet time, don't worry about me. I'll be getting some groups, hopefully, for 5V5 1v1s in just a moment here. Yo, Chicago, anybody, do you guys got a group? Is anybody forming, or is this gonna be just like EU? Because if this is gonna be just like EU, I'm gonna be a little confused, actually. Surprise, surprise. What's going on? Rock for sure. Ninja Star Storm. Yeah, I guess it depends what you're looking for. I feel like with rolls and agility and like flying up into the air with mean kicks and punches, like in a sense that could be almost ninja-esque, right? Chicago with a 3 out of 5 to see 2 more boys over in Team Alliance, and we're good to go. Boys, you guys are more than welcome to join Chicago if you want to pop into the 5v5 1v1 groups. You do it by going to player versus player, premium group, custom PvP, find a group, type number 5 at the top of the search, press enter, and you're good to go. With Chicago, 3 out of 5. Just need a couple more alliance, boys. We still need a second group. I'm surprised my man Chill Pills ain't here. This guy was talking about getting his tier set and slapping some boys around with it. Where's the man? Where's the boy, dude? We need the boy here, honestly. Does anybody want to form potentially a group over on the Horde? It's really easy to put a group together. You head over to player versus player, custom, and instead of finding a group, you hit start a group called something like 5v5 1v1 Duels Dalaran, something along those lines. And then you press list group. Let the boys in chat know that you are looking for more on the Horde. Get them in, add me on Real ID, and we're good to go. That easy, boys. Like, it's basically a Shaolin monk. Yes, I guess that's a good way of looking at it. Shaolin monk, but like in a way of Shaolin monk, I don't know. I think when I think of a ninja, it's like there's a portion of a monk that ends up being ninja, but there's just a good portion of that stealthy rogue shuriken storm, shuriken throw kind of deal. A broke MQ. Broken MQ. I don't know what that means. How do you do, by the way, otherwise, Chicago? Hope you're having a good one, fam. While we end up working on this thumbnail here. But yeah. Tier sets next week, boys. Anybody excited? Anybody? Yo, tier sets are going to be huge, man. Oops, wrong chat. Okay, you're good, you're good. Don't worry about it, fam. Tier sets next week, boys. How many of you guys are real close to getting your tier set maxed out, dude? How many are really close to like filling out your tier set? You just need like one more item, and then next week you're just going to be able to make your tier set completely happen. I think it's going to be fun to try to put some of the PvP gear that I have, or even PvE gear, and turn that into tier sets. I think I'm a rogue. I'll probably end up using... I still need like good, decent legs on my rogue, and I just can't get any. I still have LFR legs. I kid you not. So I got to get rid of those. I got to swap them out. And hopefully I'll be able to get myself some decent, actually good legs on that character sometime soon. I think that'll be very, very helpful. Because I'm just losing out on a lot of that stamina. It's got a bit of crit, a little bit of versatility, which is a good stat. But like, it doesn't have the exact stat that I need. So it's a little scuff. So I wasn't here yesterday. What's up, Celtic? How you doing, guy? I hope you're having a good one, man. Hope you're having a good one, my boy. What's this? Phone alert? Notification? Cool. Cool. Alright, how we doing, boys? How we doing with the groups? Also, where's Wild Imp? I ran into Wild Imp the other day, man. Hopefully we'll see that guy in here. Do we have Seawork on tonight, too? And then I see Seawork's been doing that arena grind as Arcane. I think it's time for Seawork maybe to take a break. He's grinding arenas, man. He's sticking to that Arcane, but you gotta give him credit, dude. You gotta give that man credit. Sticking with Arcane Mage, trying to do the very best he can, but it's tough out there, man. I keep hearing from more than one person that Arcane is on a really, really rough spot in terms of PvP. But like, at first it used to be just from Seawork to say, yo, Arcane has got a dog. And I was like, okay. But I think it's like everybody gets to the situation where everybody's like, oh man, my class is the worst. It definitely needs a buff. You know what I mean? I think everybody gets to that point. But when I see everybody else start saying, yo, Arcane has got a, what's going on with that spec? It's like, oh, okay. That's how you know that's in a really, really dire situation. That's how you know it's actually a bad spot. It's what everybody else starts talking about. That's like, you're like, you know what? I don't know what Blizzard's doing with Arcane, but they're just saying, look, it's so hot. You know what I mean? So hopefully we'll see maybe some sort of a buff. Hopefully with this Tuesday reset, just for PvP. It seems like every other spec is kind of okay for PvE, except Outlaw. Wild Dip is a fire. I hope to face him again. Dude, Wild Dip is insane. He's just been playing, that's a guy who's been playing Demonology for like ever. I think he played a couple specs here and there, but I think he's been mostly a Demonology guy for the longest. There's a couple of the duels. Whether Demo is good, whether Demo is bad, I think he's mostly been trying to stick with Demo. If you compare class lore, who's the weakest and the strongest for you? Class lore? Like lore-wise, weakest class? Like how many characters? I think rogues have a lot of unsung heroes that are like very, very unknown. So I guess like in terms of lore, because rogues are so secretive and hidden, there's not that much information about some of the rogue characters, except for Valera. Like Valera Sanguinar, I'd say is one of those. That's probably the most amount of lore about him. I guess before Demon Hunters, you would have counted Illidan as kind of like a roguish character. Because, you know, you didn't really have a class like a Demon Hunter. So I guess the closest thing you had would be like a rogue-like character. But yeah, I don't know, really. I miss you. What's up, Saley? I do, fam. Hope you're having a good one. Try to see if we can get a group of 5v5 1v1 duels together. If you guys want to join 5v5 groups or make one, I think we still need one over on the team Horde. If you guys want to make one, or if you want to look for one, an alliance needs a couple more boys with Chicago. If you want to find that group, player versus player, private group, custom PvP, fighter group, top number 5 at the top of the search, and hit enter, and you're good to go. With Chicago looking for 2 more alliance boys, we were already gonna need a second group, either on a Horde or alliance, if we possibly can get one. I don't know if Chill Pills or Mikey or Skills or Seavark or whoever wants to make a second group, but that'll help us out tremendously. These groups are formed with the community support in a sense. Like these groups are community based. 4 out of 5 in Chicago. Let's go. We just need one more in Team Chicago, boys. As alliance, we're good to go. We still need a second group though. Who's got a second group, boys? Anybody want to make one? Because honestly, most of the times, people don't want to make one because they're like, oh, I don't want to have to lead a group. That takes forever. But making a group, actually putting one together, is that easy. Because all you got to do is just open up a group. Most people are just looking for a group. They don't want to make one, but they're looking. As soon as you make one, people join in. And I'd say you have yourself a 5-man group really easy because most people do not want to make a group. They don't know how it works. Don't want to manage whatsoever, but they're willing to join one. Last night I was trolling with Nightfade Diva, and if I get set up, it pumps. Yeah, what's up, CBZUs? Nightfade Demonology. What do you play for that one? I guess you no longer play. Do you still play Bale Spiders? Or do you play for like a big Tyrant? Because Tyrant got nerfed too. Like a lot of the stuff with Demonology is getting nerfed left and right, man. It's really unfortunate, honestly. It's actually like legitimately a little concerning because it's like they're getting nerfed in every corner, mostly for PvE purposes, but then that's gonna affect PvP as well. What are gonna be the new classes, Necromancer and Blade Master? Yes, 100% guarantee. But real answer, no idea. We have no clue though. I think it'd be cool. I don't know how Blade Master would work because it sounds like a Arms Warrior plus, and Necromancer sounds like a mix of Demonology Warlock and Unholy Death Knight. But I don't know. Like, what would a Blasted Blade Master look like? I feel like it just wouldn't be cool enough because it'd just be like, you mean like a warrior, but just like with a burning blade. Like, you could just give a fire blade to a warrior. That could work too, right? 5 Chicago got a 5-man team. We need a second group though, boys. Who wants to start a second group real quickly to verse against the boys that Chicago put together? Yo, we just need a second group, boys. Where's Chill Pills, man? Where's the boy? Where is the guy? Let me see if I can find him. He's offline, isn't he? He's got to be gone. Night King? Yeah, he's just gone. Oh no. Let's see, champions. See if I can add them. Need more bodies for NA duels, boys. Have one group ready. Need a second one. Let's go. All right. Hopefully we can get one together. The master would be like a monk and an arms warrior. Mirror image and some Bladestorm in the way, but way better plus invis. Wait, you want to give a warrior class invis? I don't know how I feel about that. Just from like a perspective, like imagine if warriors could pop an invis and have like mirror images that do damage with them. I mean, in Subway, hold on 1 second. All right, chill. How you doing, my guy? Yo, we got a 5-man team with Chicago. Yo, just throw the LFG up together, man. You'll have sign ups immediately, my guy. You enjoy Subway, actually. No, ignore what I said. Seriously, take your time, enjoy Subway. I appreciate you popping in, man. Hope you're having a good one. I wanted range rogue. Me too. We have an auto rogue with pistol shots. Dude, me and Mikey, we were doing some arenas yesterday, and I got some mad pistol shots. I was looking through some of the footages, and I got a 24K pistol shot. There was also one time this rogue was getting yoinked back to his healer, gripped up, right, with the priest grip, right? Priest heal grip, death grip, but like healing one. You get what I mean? Life grip. Is it life grip? Is it life? No, it's not life grip, is it? No, it's... What is it called? You guys will tell me. You guys will help me out. Bow assassin? That would look cool. I'm not against that. Like crossbow? Like, it's hard to think like the demon hunter from Diablo. Like, so many people have said, what if we had demon hunter Diablo? Leap of faith, that's the one, Seabark. How you doing, by the way, my guy? But yeah, that one would be pretty cool. Like the demon hunter with crossbows. I actually think that would be kind of cool. Roll around, shoot. Maybe minus the magic stuff, but like actual shooting and whatnot. I think that'd be dope. Anyone know what add-on use Dal for damage numbers? I use the details. I use the add-on called details. Usually hangs on the bottom right. It tells me all the detailed information that I need to see. Literally, I know it's a pun. Like details tells me details, but like it is more detailed than SATA and Recount in my opinion. At least I feel like I get a lot more information. That seems to be pretty accurate. Blade Master needs to be a plate class. We only have 3. What about male class? We only have 2. Blade Master, male class. And I would agree with you, Justice. Blade Master, male class. Give him a tank. Give him like a 2 DPS, and I'll be okay with it. I'll be cool with that. Make him a 2-handed DPS, dual wield DPS, and like a 2-handed tank DPS. That would look badass. I think that'd be okay. Let's just make an ability in Paladin. Makes a very small arena for like 5 seconds. Oh, that actually sounds really cool. I don't hate that. Yes, so it's like a secure zone, you can't go anywhere. That'd be awesome. Wait, talk about like a way to zone somebody in or out. In a way we already have that with enhancement shaman or shamans in general with a static field totem. But like do that with a paladin, I think that'd be cool as hell. That sounds like a cool idea actually. Then it could be a monk. I mean, in a way, yeah, if they wear a plate. So I think male gear would be close enough. New classes are 1 spec only. What the? New classes? You know what? That actually would probably solve the issue of maybe making new classes. Because instead of making 1 new class, just make 1 new spec and call it a class. I actually am not against the idea about a mental break. Because then we can have more classes. But they only have like 1 play style. It'll probably be easy to balance them too. You know what? I'm not against that actually. I'm not completely against that. Maybe that's what they could do in the future. Other DPS numbers, the damage numbers that show combat text. Oh, that's just default. That's just default, yeah. That's literally WoW default. That's nothing special. They just end up popping, I guess, out. I literally don't change them. I literally never touch that setting at all. Maybe a new class like a Blade Master will be male. It has to be male, dude. Next class has to be a male class. Or a female class. But I mean like male wearer. Or I guess a female wearer. It could, I don't know. Does that exist? That sounds, I feel like when I'm trying to make a joke, that had a weird left turn. We're gonna ignore that. Same sound in agile class. Name sounds like some agile class. I think it has to be a male wearing class though. Like either Tinkerer, probably Tinkerer, or like a Dragon Mancer of some sort. Summon dragons, become a dragon, which I think would be OP. But like if they, that's the direction they go for. I mean, okay. I think a Tinkerer would be the go-to though. I know it just feels like an engineering profession becoming a class, but I think it just fits. We had Tinkers in the past. And make him like only gnome or goblin. I think I'll see more gnomes and goblins in the game in general. You know, they could add the mecha gnomes on the list as well. And for the horde, it should just be goblin. Just because they don't have, I guess they have representation from priest class, but outside of that, not really. Can always have dragons as pets. I think they can have some dragon-like pets. They can have dinosaurs. Is that close enough? That's close enough, right, chat? Using a also using this ability would be can be CC'd. Wait, the ability where you stop somebody in place and you don't let him go anywhere, unCCable. I guess that could work. I guess that could work. Where's my boy at? Because we just need 1 more group of boys to 5v5 duels. Do we maybe want to put a second group together on Alliance boys? Does somebody want to maybe put a group together? Because we were able to get Alliance boys here pretty quickly. Because maybe we can get a second Alliance group so we can get some duels rolling, yeah? Also, I'm down to play a little bit longer tonight, boys. I want to get some duels in, man. Yesterday on EU, I don't know what happened, but we had some of the Russian boys, like, some showed up, and then I saw, like, oh, not a lot of people? All right, I'm out. So I guess maybe a bit of like a bit of early quits. This is a nice way to put it. But I want to get some duels in, man. We barely get to do any this week so far. I'm excited for more, man. Look up the messages on that. Paladin that makes a very small arena 5 seconds. I read that already. Yeah, the ability. I like that. I like the idea of it. Duel boy down. What's up, Brain? How you doing, my guy? We tried to get some groups together, man. We got one alliance group. We just need a second group available. If you guys want to see if you can find one. I don't know if there's a second one rolling, but if you guys want to make a second group, it's actually really easy. Easier than you think. I'm in and out of the group. Yeah, we'll see if I got a second group on the alliance. If you guys want to join Seavark as an alliance over in the 5V5 1v1 DUELS over on the NA today. Player vs player premier group, custom PvP. Find the group, type 5 in the search, hit enter, and you should be able to see alliance group for Seavark and join him in. Or if you work one, I guess you could make a horde one if you wanted to. I'm pretty sure you got like 2 characters. I don't know if you still maintain like 2 mages or not. But we got a second group on Alliance, boys. Night King, I guess, is gonna be Chilp is gonna be making one. I think later on the Horde. One of these done with Subway. But we got a second Alliance group if you guys want to join it, or if you want to make a group yourselves, you guys are more than welcome to. Who's this guy? Just kind of walked over, was staring at me, and walked away. I thought maybe somebody I knew. If you guys want to make one, it's actually really easy. A player versus player, pre-made group, custom PvP, hit start group, call it something like 5V5 1v1 DUELS DAL. It doesn't really matter too much what you call it, as long as you have the number 5 in there for the search. Let the boys in chat know that you have a group, because it's really, most people are just looking for a group. They're looking to join one. They're not looking to run one. So when you make a group, you usually can get a bunch of people join in immediately, because more people are looking rather than looking to make one. So let's pick up a best sub rogue. It's between him and I think Waz for sure. I mean, EU boys, I feel like get discounted a lot. I feel like a lot of people are like, yo, does this NA streamer or NA guy, is he the best? 2 out of 5. See if we got a second alliance group, boys. Needs 3 more alliance if you guys are interested. More than welcome to. Check him out on LFG. Again, the site number 5 in the search. And you should be able to see Seavark's group for 5V5 1v1s, boys. But yeah, I think a lot of the AU boys get discounted pretty easily. I feel like a lot of people mention like Zarya, people mention Peekaboo, people mention Vinruki, except he's Canadian. Not even, I guess NA is Canadian, not really like US, but still, I guess like kind of counts. Like people to me usually mention like, is NA player, X-NA player, or Y-NA player, is he just the best? And it's like, they're pretty good, but are we forgetting the EU boys? Naj is very good too. Yeah, Naj is really, really good too. That's a name that I think is very underrated. Like, out of all the NA names, that's the one I don't hear that much either, though. Naj is really, really good. Palomar? Yeah, that's another good one. That's another one that I hear a lot, though. Palomar I hear a lot. You like Happy Demon Hunter? They're pretty good, 1 to 3. I want to play one. I want to try one of Ventier. I think it'd be really fun. Go arenas, we want factions. Yo, right, you're more than welcome to join, boys. You guys are more than welcome. See if I got a second group on the alliance. Needs 3 more alliance, boys. We're good to go. Palomar is big. Yeah, I hear Palomar name a lot, man. But I don't hear a lot of the EU names as much anymore, man. And EU is nuts. Some of the boys on EU are insane, man. Some of the boys are, dude. That's what I said for the world first race when it comes to what was up to like Echo versus Liquid. I want to call them Limit, but it's Liquid now. So weird. Gonna be weird for a while for me. We're gonna get the wrong name for a while. Limit Liquid? Liquid Limit? Can I call it Limit Liquid? Liquid Limit. Would that work? But it was them like versus one another for world first. Rat is Insane Outlaw. Rat? Yeah. That guy is also pretty good. Yes, that guy's an underrated. I don't hear that name ever from anybody. Night King trying to put a group together on the Horde, boys. We got another one over on the Horde. So we got an alliance group of Seavarks, 2 out of 5. Night King put a group together on the Horde. You guys are more than welcome to join him for some 5v5 1v1 DUELS on the Horde side of things. Let's go, boys. I like Vinruki, but I think Zara's the best. I think a lot of the EU boys don't get mentioned that often, man. That's what I was trying to say earlier. A lot of the EU boys are just underdogs, man. 100% underdogs. Underrated is, I guess, the better way to put it, honestly. Because some of them are insane. Echo was insanely good. I remember when everybody was like, yo, you know, I think Liquid got it in the bag when it comes to a world first race for a raid. Liquid definitely is going to win this one. There's no way Echo can catch up to Liquid. The difference is just way too big. And then it came down to, I think, a Regulon. 1 out of 5. Yo, putting a group together over on the Horde with Night King Seavark. 2 out of 5, boys. Let's go. Snoopy Feral, best of you. Yeah, Snoopy's also really, really good. That's Gaga is an example of like EU player that just incredible. Zara's most definitely not the best mage, lol. Oh, what's like either fighting words or... Well, actually, no. Maybe it's more like, well, there is this other mage, and this is other mage, and this is other mage. Zara's good. I think it's fair to say. I don't want to start drumming the chat all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Just trying to avoid that, and then be like, all of a sudden, what did Dalaran say about Zarya? Ah, hell no, get out of here. Out of here with that, man. I think Zara's good. That'll be my legal statement. Let's start some drama. There we go. Waz my idol. Waz is incredibly good. Waz I feel like is kind of underrated, but that's just me, man. Not that he's completely underrated, but he definitely doesn't get like talked about as much as I think when it comes to Rogue. Doesn't try to be the best. He's insane. Wasn't toxic. Okay. I feel you. He just like, he doesn't try. He just is, right? That's the thing. He doesn't try. He just is. That's what you're trying to say. Oh man. I was waiting so long to take a sip of my coffee. It got cold, or not hot, mildly warm. Here we go, boys. All right, duel video actually ready, actually processed by YouTube. Thank goodness. Don't have to wait forever for the video. Beautiful. Alrighty, how we doing in groups, boys? What do we got? Still 1 out of 5, still 2 out of 5. Yo, where them Alliance, where them NA boys at, man? Where the NA boys at? Yo, this is where you gotta peep your real ID, any friends, any guildies you got, man. I want to have some actual duel groups, man. I'm down to go for a little bit longer today. I want to actually get some arenas, man. I want to get some duels done. We didn't get any done. Barely any. I guess it's not fair to say any, but not as many as I wanted to over for EU. It was kind of surprised. It was weird. This is, I guess maybe like April is just a really busy month for a lot of people. Actually, it might be. I think it all depends on like what's going on. Yeah, it's gonna get a little bit better as we get close to summer, as people are gonna have even more free time. So, might be one of those kind of situations when I'm thinking about it. So Night King has 1 out of 5. Seavark got 2 out of 5. Seavark just needs 3 more in Alliance, and you'll be good to go. Unless Seavark, I don't know. I was gonna say unless Seavark and +1 can go Horde, and then we just need 2 more in a Horde. Night King, I would say, if he could go Alliance, then they would be able to join Seavark. But his main is on Horde now, so I don't know how that would work out. They always have groups. Weird idea in EU. Yeah, usually EU has a lot of groups or on a regular. Why don't you stream on Twitch? I used to stream on Twitch, but I tried YouTube for like 3 days of YouTube. It's one summer, and I liked it a lot better. I just felt like I could connect and hang out with my community a lot easier doing streams on YouTube, because I do videos on YouTube, and streaming on YouTube just makes sense in the world for me at that point. You know, I tried it, and it worked out really well. But boys, if you guys want to join the 5V5 1v1 groups over on the NA region, we got ourselves 2 groups. We got Horde and Alliance. Night King looking for more. Seavark looking for more Alliance boys to join in the 5v5 1v1 action. If you guys want to join in, that's how you do it. It's easy. Head over to LFG group, play versus player tab, premier group, custom PvP, find a group, top number 5 in the search, enter, and you're good to go. You'll find the group for DAL 5v5 1v1 duels. 1 on Alliance, 1 on Horde. With Chicago already have a 5-man team ready to go for some 5v5 duels. But yeah, so we have 2 groups. You guys are welcome to join either one. What's my man Bellator? Yeah, I honestly I feel like Bellator maybe is I mean Bellator and Seavark have been like kind of versatile to one another in duels every single time. I'm not surprised Bellator's like, wait, Seavark joined in? I'm gonna sit this one out, Chief. I think I'm okay. I think it was a little demoralized after facing against Seavark multiple times in a row. And Seavark being Arcane Mage, not the strongest PvP class, can at least do pretty well against a class like a Warrior with like Farmer Slows and the kiting. Think Paladin need a hard nerf? What kind of nerf would you want to see, Rajaj? What nerf would you want to see? But yeah, if you guys want to join LG groups, we got Night King with 1 out of 5. Seawork with 2 out of 5. That's where you hit up all your real ID names. Who was it yesterday? Who was it hit me up yesterday in real ID? That said, yo, make it a group over on the NA. I need to find them. I want to see if they're on right now. I think Beanut will help me with that. Possibly. Scotty, Sentry, Trickster. Hey, Trickster's around right now. Yo, maybe Trickster wants to join in. Hold on. My Beanut won't show up, but Trickster. Trickster. He's here. Brain Dead BM. Mugabala. Yo, I think he's on a reason, maybe. Yo, doing duels. I may actually message him. Yeah. Yo, you asked yesterday, and yesterday we doing duels today. If you want to join, there you go, my guy. There you go, my dude. If the nerf paladins, I think the Lego Final Verdict. You think they should nerf Lego Final Verdict? Really? Okay. Maybe. But we'll see. Tasty? Wait, test on the decimate? Wait, hold on. Warlock? Oh, come on, Tasty, you didn't! Flavor of the month? What is going on? Oh my goodness. What the? Oh no, Tasty, you did not, dude. You didn't. Look at Tasty on the shaman, man. What is going on? Yo, we got Airless on. Maybe join Team Seawork. Yo, if Airless got any friends on, anybody on Real ID, boys, this is where you gotta, yo, if you guys got any friends on Real ID, hit them up, man. Be like, yo, put it in a group together. 5v5 1v1 DUELS. You wanna join in, fam? You wanna pop on? Paladins are fine at the moment. Things like Destro are what needs to be looked at. Destruction? Maybe. Maybe. I don't disagree with that one. Destro seems a little nuts right now. They could just summon like a Chaos Bolt into a second Chaos Bolt with an Infernal with a stun. It is ridiculously good. It is really good. But the hammer comes from the dawn, from the damn sky and kills anyone everywhere. Maybe. 100 MM, you think they need to be nerfed? Marksmen? Are they really that big of an issue right now in PvP? Because I know that they're good, but I don't know if they're that good. I don't know if that many people play them, but maybe they do. I don't think I've faced a lot of marksman hunters as of recently, though. A paladin need nerf. Just put a defensive one, don't do poodle damage without wings. Fair enough. But that's what we see, boys. Somebody said, yo, I think Paladin's in a nerf. Seawork, a class that doesn't really have a hard time. Paladin's like, you know what? I don't know if they really need a nerf. And then Athos like, Paladin need a nerf? They do no damage. I feel like that's just the interaction you get all the time, no matter what class you do, man. As your class, you'll be like, you basically determine what's strong and what's weak, depending on the class that you play most of the times. Not saying that that's what everybody does, but there's a high chance that that's what's going on in the chat too. I mean, they were super high with the 4-step, but they aren't a thing really. Yeah, like, you know, I think it depends. It's like, wait, does my class deal with that class easily? Yes, that's not that bad. Wait, does my class get dumpstered by that other class? Oh, yeah, you better nerf that. You know what I mean? And when one shot, it can, but it can also be stopped. So it's a bit of like a give and a take on that one. We need one more team alliance, boys, with Seawork. Yo, Night King, do you have an alliance all by any chance? You could join them real quickly. You could join them. We could have a 5-man ready to go right here, boys. You could easily avoid MM one shot. I guess you could. It is, well, so a portion of it, yes. Night King with 3 out of 5. Let's go, boys. We need 2 more on Team Horde. And we got us as a 5-man on Horde and a 5-man on Alliance already with Chicago. Chicago, is your group still there? Is your group still healthy? Are we still good there? Or do we need somebody from Team Chicago to bow out over to Seawork if that group is slowly falling asleep? I don't blame them if they are, man. You know, maybe, you know, you look what you call for Paladin nerfs while they're OP or weak. I agree. Hence why Paladin nerf. 5, let's go. We got our sister groups, boys. Hell yeah. Yo, tonight we're gonna have some long games, boys. Invite spectator match, because I'm willing to go as much as you guys want to play, man. So let's have some fun in the duels, man. let's have some fun. Let's try some builds. Let's try some different games in here. Let's try all the new things you want to try. Let's just enjoy our time in the 5V5 1v1 Duels, because I want to play for a little longer, man. I didn't really get to play at all, or watch. We didn't get to experience the duels last week whatsoever. So I want to see some fun tonight, man. Dalaran's the best WoW host on YouTube. Jack, you're the best WoW viewer on YouTube. Thanks so much for popping in, man. Appreciate ya. Santa Claus is one shot and saying it's a nerf is weird. Like Arcane has the biggest one shot in WoW, but it's the worst spec. Yes, that's technically true. Arcane does have the propensity for the biggest potential damage in a single global, but it is a lot harder to execute. Also, yo, does anybody have Banwell on the Real ID? Because I actually ran into Banwell the other day doing arenas. It was really cool. But yo, if Banwell wants to pop in on a monk or pop in on a warlock, you're more than welcome to. I love watching that guy play, dude. I love watching that Affy warlock running around. Or if he wants to hop on a monk too, you're more than welcome to play whatever. Yo, if somebody has him added, yo, hit him up, man. Twitch. I also gotta make sure we go into our duels mix, because we've been listening to this. Got a Baggio that isn't dueling. Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, we got Wolf getting opened up by the Feral in the opener. Wolf actually going Alliance. So instead of the Orc, Shaman instead is playing as the Alliance. Not like for Junai, right? There's no way. No, normal Junai. Got himself the generational. Gonna be a counter-strike totem for Lazy Cat with a Thunder to follow. No stun totem after. It's gonna be Bashes Wolf. Does go for the pre-wall ahead of time. Is Lazy playing Necrolord? Venthyr, wait a second. Lazy is a Venthyr Feral Druid. Are you serious? Wait, is this a thing? Is he just trying to make something different work? There's no way. Just continuing to rampage, and Wolfie burn through all these defenses, and Wolfie's health is still kind of low, burning all that mana with the Maelstrom just to keep himself alive. Gonna be big. Blast is Lazy. Backing up out of there for a second. I think just trying to get himself a little bit of healing. Is he actually Venthyr? Is that what I noticed? Because that was a lot of damage that Wolfie had to use everything just to live through a Thunder onto Lazy. Wolfie is still under a ton of pressure as Lazy just has like consistent pressure, consistent damage. Gonna be counter-strike totem. Lazy walks by, swipes it. A quick interrupt onto Wolf. As Lazy does go for a little bit of a speed, movement speed, just to catch up to him. Wolfie with the Ghost Wolves. But at no mana, lots of Maelstrom, but again, no mana. Lazy taking a bit of damn with the Thorns. Wolfie's gonna have to try to purge them. He is able to. Big bites out of Lazy as he dips kind of lowish. Sunder, Lazy with the SI. Should be plenty of defense. Back it up away out of there. Gonna be Wolfie with the Earth Elemental. I'm surprised Earth Elemental is joining in. Have him on tag. Yo, Seabrick, if you want to get Ben Affleck in, I'll be down for it, dude. I love watching that guy play. That guy just melts people. We also didn't get our daily dose of Tagsy, a weekly dose of Tagsy this week. So he'll be like the better version of Tagsy, the NA version of Tagsy. Speaking about Tagsy, if you're watching this video, I love you. Wolf does have wall back up. Lazy, I wonder if he's gonna have cooldowns coming back up very soon. I wonder also if he got his tier set. Gonna be big bites onto Wolf RMP. He got him, Wolf MVP. Got himself that wall. Lazy looking for the reset. I really want to see Lazy going for the Venthyr burst yet again. The fact that he's like, I still don't disbelieve that he's running Venthyr, which is not a covenant you see for Ferals at all. But if he's able to go for 1v5 Venthyr Kitty, I just says either about, hey, maybe there's some viability of Venthyr, but more or less likely the fact that cats are just insane in PvP right now. Let's not kid ourselves. Cats are kind of insane. As Wolf just getting rampaged on, bites back to back, shreds Brutal Slashes. But Brutal Slash buff by 20%. I think is going to make a kind of a difference. Gonna be quick maim onto Wolf. Lazy Cat get the full beads on Wolf. Got himself Barkskin. Using AOK. Gonna be Wolf. Dropping down counter-strike totem. Lazy backing up out of there. Got himself a pretty big heal. This is where Wolf wants to kite him towards the counter-strike totem. Otherwise, he can't really hit Lazy. Thorns is up. Wolf is trying to walk towards the totem. Counter-strike actually getting some value. Is going to eliminate it pretty quickly. Wolf does get himself a break in order to catch a heal or two. And he got himself sprint, but he is slowed down. I don't really know what slows him. I think maybe Rake. Infected wounds? Is that what it is? Stun totem onto Wolf? I think it was actually, wait, there goes the Venthyr burst out of Lazy Cat. Got himself the full frenzy. That should be giving him a lot of haste, lots of damage. Also, overall, it should be a lot of globals that he could use. And damage is going to ramp up. Wolf got the wall, but is that wall going to be able to do much against Berserk and full burst? Back-to-back bites. Wolf is actually still under a ton of pressure. Now the blast back at Lazy. Lazy just focusing damage. Has the totem to kill. It's going to eliminate it. Wolf just getting bitten down completely. And Lazy got himself a lot of damage still rolling eventually. That Venthyr burst is going to stun him. I think unless he gets out of combat like he did. Chicago gonna be up next. Another Dren. Oh, what is that tabard? Actually looks so good. Also that mount, I gotta get myself one of those. These look amazing. From TBC, they really do stand the test of time, honestly. Even though it's like low texture, low polygon, it still looks fantastic. That shark head looks absolutely glorious. Lazy opening up onto him. Chicago, as they're going for the chain harvest, I wonder if Chicago's playing the Flame Shock crit totem. Flame Shock crit legendary, the Sky Fury fire elemental. I literally am getting my classes and specs wrong. Elemental Shaman, because that's actually a build. You play the Sky Furies, Skybreakers, Flame Shock crits. You play together with Ventier, legendary Ventier Covenant. As Lazy tried to go in for a Cyclone, I think it was a grounding totem. Chicago did not kick it, just grounded it. I wondered if Lazy Cat is going for the interrupt, trying to get a Cyclone. Oh, I think he's trying to door shadows. Yeah, he's making sure, yo, everybody knows I'm Ventier. Oh, you got the 2400 tabard? That's pretty cool looking. I like it. But together with Skybreakers, Elemental Shaman, Legendary, yes, on Enhancement Shaman, your Flame Shocks can crit more often, like a 50% more chance to crit. Every time your Flame Shock crits, you reduce the cooldown of your Chain Harvest ability with the Chain Harvest Ventier Legendary. It's actually a really strong combo. And in arenas, where you could spread Flame Shocks easily by pressing Lava Lash on the target with the Flame Shock, that's a lot of Flame Shocks, all of them critting, you get a lot of Ventier Burst output overall. It's actually kind of good. It's even good for PvE. It's so weird. This is the one class that can use legendaries outside of their spec, right? Enhancement Shaman using Ellie Shaman legendaries. Because Chicago is not going to be getting any value from, what is it, the Fire Elemental cooldown reduction, since they don't have Fire Elemental, but them crits give them a completely different playstyle altogether. Bash by Lazy, Biden Chicago, has a little bit of healing. Gonna be Ghosts joining in. He's playing the Ascendance build, so it's a full commit Ventier full burst. And I think Lazy just waited until the next Berserk. A lot of his damage is down into Berserk. He does have survivability to keep fighting versus Chicago, but then you gotta go for that big Berserk, big damage. Barks it up for Lazy Cat. Thor's available, but I think Chicago removed him immediately. And Lazy, I think, is just gonna wait out until the full Ventier burst is up. Gonna be a wall for Chicago in 20 seconds. Roughly lining up together with the Berserk at the Ventier burst of Lazy. Gonna be that stun. Lazy trick inside of it. Gonna be big ascendance. Chicago's going for a lot of damage. Lazy finds himself kind of low in health. Could be the big burst out of the Ventier ability unless they're able to separate away from it completely. Chicago is definitely gonna have a wall here. Gonna be that Ventier burst. Chicago trick inside immediately, proactively pops the wall. There goes the Chain Harvest, trying to take as much health out of Lazy as they can. Give himself a lot of healing. Aegis Trinket gonna come down. Not gonna do a lot for Lazy unless he got Moonfire build. Big bites. Oh, them crits are just huge. And Lazy, if he ever stops doing anything, he's basically frenzied. He has to use abilities all the time until he gets stunned. But looks like the stun is gone. iFox is going to be up next. Dropping down traps around the corner. Going to be a Death Shocker, but Lazy trying to see if maybe he can get some big damage in. Going to be grenades thrown in. And iFox looking to get around the corner, stun to Lazy. Potentially could be big damage. Lazy does not have an out. Does have SI in case he's going to use it. Going to be a quick stun onto iFox with a Shadow Meld. Barskin leaping away, trying to see if he can get out of the dodge. iFox looking to leap at Lazy, but doesn't quite catch up to him just yet. Traps around the corner. Going to be a freezing trap to stop him in place. Has ASI. I don't think he wants to use it just yet. Doesn't have any mana. Having to burn off a lot of mana just with a Ventier ability. Because within the ability of, what is it, Hysteria? What's it even called? I almost never get to play it. Frenzy? I think it's Frenzy. But basically, you have to use abilities at all times. Otherwise, you like lose the Frenzy and you stun yourself, doing damage to yourself. But the more abilities you use, the more damage you build up. And eventually, you can get so much damage that you just overwhelm the enemy. SI for Lazy. SI being Survival Instincts. I feel like SI... I, for the longest time, did not know what Survival Instincts was SI. So I'm just gonna call it Wall or Survival Instincts. But I've been hearing SI a lot as of recently. iFox try to make sure the pet has plenty of health rolling on it, as Lazy is gonna get some damage on the pet, some bleeds as well as thorns. Waiting out for some kudos to come back. Turkey coming back up very, very soon. Potentially could have a go versus iFox. Does get himself a resell for a second. Gonna be iFox with a pet sack as Lazy is gonna get some bites and not looking to get some big bleeds on iFox's nose. Those are gonna fall off. Playing the Moonfire build. So he's playing for as much dot damage as possible. Looks like I'm playing the Drawed Legendary, so the Moonfire, Rip, and Rake all can do a little bit more damage. Gonna be stunned onto Lazy Cat as he barks gets out. Gonna be the Death Shocker. iFox trying to go for as much damage as possible. Big grenades, bash at iFox. Gonna be that Chimeric Poison coursing through Lazy Cat's veins. It's gonna have some healing reduction for a little bit. Does go for the Serpent, even though that's gonna have the reduction 23% dampener as we hit in that 9-minute mark into an interrupt onto the flash cut for iFox. Has the freezer trap ready for Lazy ahead of time though. I'm surprised Lazy didn't run into that right before he went for the Skull Bash. And Lazy in 30 seconds has the Venti birds back up. iFox looking to coordinate assault or Plague Strike over towards Lazy Cat. Does have coordinate assault back up though. That's going to be a quick stun on iFox. Does Lazy just go for the most amount of damage? Trying to build some combo points. Making sure there's dots rolling. iFox is going for a feint death. This is a perfect opportunity for Lazy to potentially go for the big dots. It's going to shift out for a moment. That's going to be another death shotgun with big damage. Lazy is in a bit of trouble. Does he have bark skin? Looks like he doesn't have much. It's going to be Friends of Region as he gets super low. Just trying to escape away from the hunter as best as he can. If he can find himself some recovery, he might be okay. He needs to get a full stun onto iFox as possible. Going to be stunned. Checking for Lazy. I think it might be over though. Oh, he had himself a hell of a go as the Ventier Cat, but iFox does end up taking him down. So the rest of the team one actually gets a chance to play with Ronaldo from Moonguard. Going to be up next. Actually, what is a Mog? That actually looks kind of cool. You got the Zendalari set, and you got the Shadowlands, what is it? What do you call it? Pre-order set? Mog? Gonna be that Chimeric immediately versus Ronaldo as iFox looking to get away from the Paladin. He knows there's gonna be some damage. Big hand of freedom for Ronaldo. Got himself plenty of movement. Gonna freeze the trap, but it's gonna also break it though. Hodge onto iFox. Has a trinket. Is gonna trinket. Seeing wings out of Ronaldo. Probably a good idea. Ronaldo needs to make sure to get back next to iFox, but he's gonna slow down quite a bit. Got himself the big hammer, potentially big damage. iFox, if he's not careful, this could be really bad for him. Ronaldo building a little bit of holy power. Could potentially be the big go by the Paladin. Blinded to iFox, does himself the biggest go. Trying to go for a little bit of flash of light just to catch up on healing. Has himself the big hammer saved up. He is going to lose wings out though. But still potentially could have some damage in. Stun, might be a bubble out of here. iFox is going to see the Bob, could remove it. That's still lots of damage, so iFox is going to pop a turtle. ASUS is the Paladin waddle next to him. Ronaldo can build holy power off of the pet and catch up on healing. Looks like he's going more for flash of light heals. Maybe he's just playing a different kind of build. iFox trying to see if he can get land aside of the Paladin. Forbearance from the Pally for a bit. That shotgun could do a lot of damage. Big damage on Ronaldo, and iFox does take him out. Oh no, actually, oh no, but also, oh yeah, because the rest of the team one still continues to play. We actually get maybe a chance for everybody to get a game today. That's actually not the worst. Calamity up next as a sub-rogue. Oh, what a Mog. You got Bandages, Tabard. Gonna be iFox taking a lot of that Curious Burst. It's gonna be Resident Trick, and I think it's gonna be over. There's no way a Hunter was gonna be able to survive that burst. It's gonna be quick. Shadow Meld, reset for Calamity. With the cloak of shadows, I'm not really sure what he cloaked, but there's a bleed rolling on him. Some sort of bleed for sure. Speed is gonna be up next. Oh no. Speed and Calamity. Both of these rogues are pretty aggressive. Actually, Errorless, I think, is the most aggressive out of all of them. Errorless, I think, is the kind of guy... I don't remember if it's Errorless or somebody else. That's like the type of rogue that doesn't want to reset at all. They just go in, back-to-back openers. They'll catch a reset, but just open back up immediately. Speed with the full stun onto Calamity. Has a trinket. It's going to be blind onto Speed. It's going to be trinket by Speed with a blind. I think Speed wins this? Is that how where the rogue duels are at right now? Is this, there's no... I think he just wins this. Wait, is it that easy? Oh my goodness, basically who trinkets first loses unless there's some sort of misplay. I guess as long as Speed can go in, as long as there's no DRs on the stun, and as long as he doesn't make a mistake, I think he wins this. Stun again, is gonna be Cheap Shot. I think it's over. Cheap Shot again, he has it. Yeah, I don't think you can make it, as long as you don't make an obvious mistake, I think you win this. See what's gonna be up next. Trying to see maybe if the Arcane Orb can clip Speed. It doesn't look like it is able to. Trying to go for a bit of explosion. Speed did burn off a lot of his damage and a trinket. Has a Cloak of Shadows and a Vanish, potentially Shadow Meld, but I'm not really even sure on that one, honestly. With how fast these rogues burn Shadow Melds, it's hard to tell. So we're trying to see if they can find Speed. Arcane Blasting in case the rogue gets nearby, or Arcane Explosioning. Exploding. Gonna be a Shadow Strike by the rogue. Gonna be immediate slow by Seawork with a Nova right after. Speed trying to build up some calm points. Does not roll a smoke bomb by the looks of it. Seawork can just continue to build up for procs. Gonna be a poly onto Speed. Does Seawork have the biggest damage? You know that rogue has. Wait, Seawork is burning off all that mana. Is it like a playstyle with it? Gonna be a bunch of missiles on Speed. Actually, lots of damage. Speed might have to Cloak of Shadows. There goes the cloak. Seawork with the ulti time has a lot of potential burst in. If Speed does not recover after that Vanish, it's gonna be in stealth for a second. Might actually have to go for a Vanish. It's gonna be a lot of damage out of Seawork. Trying to go for back-to-back barrages. Nova onto Speed. Might just have to Vanish out of here. Seawork is sending up a rune of power. There goes the Vanish. Seavark does hold on to an icebox, so he's not actually completely out of options with this duel. But Speed does evade him for a quick second. Gonna be a shadow step with a sap on the Seavark. That means Seavark next go. Wait, Speed actually CC'd himself. Oh no, he's sapping out that trinket now. That's what he's doing. The resolve trick is a little bit weird because when you hit Seavark with a sap, he's gonna have the resolve buff. Ultra time for Seavark. Does get interrupted on Arcane. Walking away from Speed. Well, it was a Nova. That's gonna be a stun. Gonna be a resolve trinket for where Seavark is gonna go back to. Oh, that's actually so clever. He put a resolve trinket exactly where Seavark is gonna end up going to. Poly onto Speed. Did not have a way to interrupt it. Seavark might actually have some damage here. Trying to build up some resources. Gonna be a trinket out for Speed. Arcane Orb does connect. Seavark might have some images. Keeping him in combat. Does get them. Shifting power for Seavark. Has some ability. Could potentially get a lot of cooldowns and resources. Is trying to generate as many procs of missiles as possible. Invis versus Speed. He is gonna get hit by the Frostbolt. Most likely, no. No, he's not. Seavark Novas him out in the open. Does he have the biggest burst? Poly, Rogue does has nothing. Not even a Clock of Shadows. Touch of Magic could be the biggest burst possible. Speed is in trouble right now. That is so much missile damage. But Touch of the Magic at the end could be a ton. Touch of Magic does a bit, not as much as I thought it would. It does accumulate a portion of the damage. Speed does catch himself. I think a Shadow Meld. Gonna be Seavark. Break it out of that stun immediately. Ultra time is up in case things go bad. There's gonna be a lot of damage. Barrage onto Speed. He has Clock of Shadows back up. Man, it's getting actually really close between these two. 15 minutes into the duel, 62% dampener, boys, and these two are still going on against one another. Looks like Seavark maybe waiting for the Rogue to open. Nova, cheap shot, has a blink to get out. So he's playing normal blink. I thought he was playing Shimmer. Arcane missiles, and Speed is gonna have to pop a clock for that one. Seavark does have Ice Block in case things really go bad. Shift power, cannot interrupt it. Might have Ice Block it. There goes the Ice Block. And Seavark should be able to get some health back. Hopefully. Speed does get himself a reset. That is also a vanish. So he has a way to at least get himself out of there. I tried it, Billy. You did good. I liked it. I thought it did great. But it's going to be Seavark leaving? Oh, no. Oh, I have wrong soul bind. I lost SM. That's all good, Seavark. That's all good. He decided, you know what? I have the wrong soul bind. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go. This game is getting way too long. No soul binds. Oh, okay. So no soul binds. There's not much you can really do about it. Speed immediately gets a trinket out of Airless with a blind. But is he gonna hit him? He only hit him with a sap. I think it's gonna be DR. He's DR'd. Wait a second. Did Speed make a mistake? Because that's gonna be sap DRs. You can't really go open it on Airless. Airless with a vanish and a blind with Speed. Speed has a trinket. What else is Speed is dancing? Trinkets out. Yo, these drugs are just burning trinkets immediately. First global trinket. That is crazy. Normally as a rogue, like every fiber on body is like from a couple expansions that I've been playing, like, oh, wait, why would you do that? But it actually kind of makes sense because the game is so bursty. If you don't trinket, you're basically dead. So going for a trinket with a vanish immediately is not the worst play anymore. It used to be. But nowadays with how deadly rogues are, I don't know about that. Speed picking up the eye. Airless should be able to see him. Or maybe you'll get the opener. Speed mounting up. I think Speed is gonna maybe gravitate and make his way over to another set of eyes. Airless is also on a mount, can re-stealth. I think Speed is exactly gonna do exactly that. Probably head over to the eye, or maybe not. Honestly, I feel like between these two, they should probably get a rule. So I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Let's just look for each other in the center. Whoever gets the sap first wins. Because literally, whoever gets the opener first, I think, just wins. The other doesn't have a trinket. So whoever gets the opener on each other is just deadly. This runs in a situation where it could be a win or lose situation. Whoever gets to be found out first, it's over. They're next to each other, but not quite close. Actually, they have very, very similar transmog on the weapons. Actually, exactly the same. Look at that. You got the Thunder Fury, you got the dagger. Sap onto Airless. Wait, Airless is the one that went for the Shadow Step too. Wait a second. Speed is just so fast. Cheap shot. Oh, Speed is just so quick, dude. He's the one running at Airless. And you got a Sap, as he knows that guy is sapping to him. How do you do that? No way. Wait, unless it was the other way around. Which I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Maybe I got turned around, dude. Two rogues looking very, very similar. I'm camera moving back and forth. Let's go. Let's get another one, group boys. Let's get another 5v5 on the way. Seavark still 5. All right. Make sure you get the right soulbind, Seavark. And hopefully we won't have you versing all these rogues back to back, yeah? I spam Sap and Shadow Step LMAO. Wait, that's crazy. Wait, so was it you? Wait, it was the guy with the eyeball that picked it up, right? Or was it the other one? Was it the guy with the eyeball that ended up getting sapped, or was the other one? Because I think the guy with the eyeball sapped the shadow step. I thought that's what happened. Speed your sword and dagger as a sub-rogue. I think for transmog, but also for PvP, doesn't make a difference. Also, a DK wide auto puts Nye as a soulbind when swap covenants. Night King got a 5-man. Yo, let's go. Night King and Seawork real quick since he got a group. Night King. Let's go, boys. We got us as a 5 right here. Night King and Seawork, and we can get Chicago in the mix as well. Let's go. Yo, I like that. That was the first duel. It was a big one. Asat had the eyes. It gives more mastery. Bigger abyss. Asat, I had the eyes. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you had the eyes, and you saw him stepping, and you sapped him. That's crazy. That's actually crazy, because it looks like the guy that's in stealth should get the advantage, but instead it's like, wait, turn it around on him. Speed literally lives up to his name. But yeah, you do get a, I think for PvP you want a weapon with better stats rather than like having a weapon that's better for PvE damage, because sub-rogues aren't there to auto attack you. They go in, get eviscerate, and then bow out. So it makes sense. This kind of side of the game hits you with the first soulbind. Yeah, I agree with that, Reckless. They really need to do some kind of like a default profile, like whatever you would like whatever you had prior. Let's say you were like one soulbind with a certain setup, and you like swap out of the covenant, swap back in. It should put you back to default profile. Like, there's got to be a way to like remember that somewhere in the game, somewhere on like the game server or game files, or maybe like locally. I would remember it locally exactly what your character was, just so you don't have to switch around left and right. Wait! Don't kill each other yet. That's saving. Oh no, Errorless is already going in. You can't be doing that to me. No. Oh no, Errorless. Oh, Chill Pills getting stepped on. Oh no, wait, another? Oh, yoinked him. Wait a second. Oh god, switch. It's gonna be Errorless getting blasted out by Chill Pills, and I was trying to get my audio to do this thing fast enough, but all I could do is just start recording a little bit early. Gonna be Errorless getting stabbed and Chill Pills. As was getting blasted out. But the Unholy Death Knight? No, Frosty DK. Chilpas is back to his frosty ways. Chilpas really plays with the 2-piece hero side. Death and Decay does get the rogue out. The rogue could still be in trouble. Shadow stepping towards Chill Pills. I think it was explaining for Chilpas to maybe chase after him. Chilpas getting hit with a kidney shot. Gonna be Shadow Blades evasion for the rogue. IBF for Chilpas. He cannot really go for big death strikes off of Errorless just yet. He knows the rogue wants to go for a step. He knows the rogue wants to go for that reset. Standing on Death and Decay. The pet swinging around the corner. Blind and Chill Pills. The pet should be able to keep the rogue in combat though. So if anything, unless the rogue could just get away from Pet does have a leap of attack. Wait, that's actually pretty good. Trying to land inside the Pet does disappear, and Chill Pills is gonna have to find him, either picking up the eyes or just waiting for the rogue to get another opener. He's kind of more or less knows where rogue is potentially is, trying to avoid him ahead of time. But it's gonna be Chill Pills gonna hit with a sap. And the rogue is going to be able to get the opener. No Shadow Blades though this time. No more defensive. So it's really going to come down to how well can you play versus Chill Pills. Chill Pills AMSing this damage immediately. Going to be the rogue jumping down. Not go for the Shadow Step. Shadow Step kidney shot on Chill Pills. Does get behind him. There's going to be a lot of damage. Chill Pills has a lot of damage of his own, ready to go. Just another stun on Chill Pills. Blind to the rogue. The Chill Pills haven't saw the biggest burst. Is going to be Flash Kept instead. Just looking for the recovery. Slow onto the rogue. Could just sprint out of it if you have sprint. Good immerses with just stacking up damage. Big damage on Chill Pills. Rogue dropping down like an ice cube. And I think it's going to be over. Oh, Errorless. Played so well versus Chill Pills. I don't want to take that away from that guy, but Chill Pills did play well as well and just has some biggie burst. Going to be Seavark with a polymorph immediately. He's going to go for explodies. Actually gonna just because imagine like facing Seavark and he's just spamming explosions in your face. I feel like that'll eventually become really annoying. Sorry for a flash warning, but Seavark is gonna build up for a bit of damage. I think building up for missiles. He's bending through his whole mana bar just to get some missile procs. I think that's exactly what he's trying to do. Chill Pills has a full bar of runic power. He knows that Seavark got a lot of damage ready. Gonna be Seavark trying to see if he can bow out of this Night Fae. Big yoink and interrupt onto Seavark as he's trying to get some cooldown, some resources back together. Gonna be a touch of the magic. Nothing Chill Pills can do to stop it unless he goes for AMS. Might want to use something here. That's a lot of damage on Seavark. Lots of damage on those missiles. Just burning right through the defense on Chill Pills with a massive touch of the magic. A big death strike heal from Chill Pills though. And Seavark is going to dip under, has a lot of cooldowns ready to go. Chill Pills could still be in trouble. That barrage is going to do a lot of damage. Going to be sacrificing the ghoul for all it's worth. That's going to be missiles back to back towards Chill Pills. Getting him with the Nova. Going to be quick yoink on the Seavark. I think trying to hit him with a blind. I don't know if the blind connected. I think there was a resolve trinket that helped Seavark from being CC'd. Which is a resolve trinket? Is that what it's called? Resolve. It is resolve, right? Silence on the Seavark is going to be a nice block. It's interesting that you could get silenced but you can still ice block. I guess on purpose so that you can put in this kind of situation. Silence, I guess I'll die. You know, one big immunity, but what's it worth if you get silenced completely? Chilpa's getting hit with a slow, more silence, but he knows he doesn't want to walk in the middle out in the open. Dude, being out in the open with Seawork is just a death sentence. He got that shift in power. He got the missiles flying. He got that max range, constant slows. He just doesn't do that anymore. We talked about the chat earlier how the soul binds, because Seawork did not run the right soul binds. The game used to apparently give you default soul binds when you swap in and out. Last game, Seawork got the wrong soul binds. This time, you could really tell a difference. Seawork got the right soul binds. Going to be all the time. Seawork is going to get back any health he loses right now. Trying to get some procs to chill pills if possible. Looks like actually won't use there all the time. He's just going to walk away from chilled. I think chilled the whole time was kind of trying to camp out there all the time. Image location. But he's unable to. So Seawork can just, you know what, I'm gonna cancel it. Try to go for an interrupt to Seawork, gonna be that poly, potentially gonna be MS shield, plus doing a lot of damage. Seawork might be in trouble. Gonna be a massive heal for Seawork, but it's gonna be put in an ice cube. Does blink out of it. Sounds into Seawork, not a lot he can really do. Seed bot and Chilpa's just being reckless here, just not giving him, he's just been relentless, not giving him an opportunity to play the game. I think he knows that the mage is gonna just unleash the most amount of damage. If he lets it happen, he needs to find him, take him out. I got total 3 procs with 3 mana bars. That's how RNG is ridiculous. The fact that arcane mages have to do that Seawork is ridiculous, in my opinion. Massive damage on Chilpas. Will he be able to go for Death Strike? One Death Strike in between. Second Death Strike. Get hit with the Disarm. Does he have anything for the Rogue? Those Death Strikes are getting the most value. Those are some of the hardest working Death Strikes I've ever seen. Chilpas is still under a ton of pressure. Sacrificing the pet. Still a bit of ruining power. Death Pack getting used. Needs to find a way to separate from the Rogue completely. Hits him with the Chain of Ice as Rogue is in Smoke Bomb. I think there's maybe dots on Rogue. No. Oh, no, somebody's hitting him. Frost Fever is affecting him. This man caught a fever. Stab and Chilpas, but he just gotta jump off the platform. But I think the dots are off. I need procs to do any damage. I got none. Dude, that's insane. Blizzard, can you please just increase the amount of procs Arcane Mages get so they can be playable? Thank you. Trinket for Chilpas, Blind to Calamity. Let's go for a cheap shot, but it's going to be very hard. It's going to be Remorseless Winter. The eventual Calamity is going to get stunned up. Does he realize it? He doesn't realize that's going to be big. IBM. Oh, actually, big pillar damage onto Calamity. Cloak of Shadows Doctor trying to chase up to Chilpas. It's going to be Disarm. Chilpas limited on what he can do. Maybe he can go Lichborn. Trying to see if he can slow the Rogue down. He needs to go for as much healing as possible. I think he might just try to see if he can split the Rogue in half. Going to be Fleshcraft. Can't really do much about it. He needs to get some healing. Blind onto the Death Knight. I think it might be over. Wait, Chilpas can IBF out of the next go by the Rogue. If he can go for as many Death Strike as possible, it might be okay. He has a chance here. Will Calamity burn off the most amount of damage? He still has a vanish in case things really get rough. Going for a full reset on the Chill Pills. IBF might have to be immediately used. He's going to go for a Hunger Room Weapon. I think he's just trying to finish off the Rogue. He needs some healing right now. Death Strike's down and mandatory right here. I think it still might be over. Lichborn is up, trying to get himself as much damage as possible, but Calamity just kept pushing in damage, kept getting the stabs in. He does take down the Death Knight. Our Jenny is going to be up next as a Destruction Warlock with a Succubus pet. And our Jenny is playing with a Rune of Casting, Dark Pact, Wall, Mortal Coil, Dark Soul. So I wonder what kind of a setup he's got if he's playing the Rune of Casting. He's just going to drop it down and get a couple of Chaos Bolts and Calamity. Is that the play? Also, dropping down Rain of Fire is actually a fantastic thing for Warlocks to do because you build up for a tier set if you have the 2-piece. Magic hit him for 32k in the base, healing counters it. Well, Death Strike does heal you for more the harder you get hit, and without any dampening, it does have a pretty massive heal to it, Seavark. It is like, depending on how much damage you took in the last 5 seconds, when you heal, it does give you value. It's not as big as a Blood DK, but it's still pretty strong. Stun, Argenti, big Casballs to Calamity, spawning in Infernal, Mortal right after. Does he have even more Casballs to follow? Potentially, Calamity with a Shadow Step. Does he get an interrupt? He does get the interrupt on the Fear, but it's going to be another Casball loaded up, but I don't know if it's going to make a play. Calamity is going to see the Warlock chasing after him. Another Infernal joining in as it drops down a Rain of Fire. What are the Infernals? Wait, the Infernals should be attacking Calamity. He got himself a feint. That's about all he's got. Is he just going to die to Infernals? Succubus CC for a second. Does put him out in the open. Infernal's doing some damage. Is that going to be over? Trinket, Cloak of Shadows as the Rogue does not want to go down to the Warlock just yet. Succubus is there. Chasing after the Rogue. Doing a little bit of the auto attack damage. Calamity is going to build some comp points off that thing. And Argenti is going to see the Rogue up into stealth. Does he how himself? Rain of Fire or anything? Saboteur Argenti, but the pet is going to go for Invis. Maybe you can put the pet on the side. Yeah, moving the pet out of the way. Because Rogue goes for an opener. He has the pet Succubus CC ready to go. Resonant Trick is going to be up onto Calamity. Argenti is going to take some damage from it. But at least he's gonna be able to have some kind of a go versus Calamity. And then with an Eliminate into a Fear right after. Chaos Bolt to follow. Does he have a second Chaos Bolt to load up? Potentially. Chaos Bolt does hit him. I don't think it was the second one. Trying to go for Decimating Bolt. Potentially could still do it. Shadow Fury right after. Gonna be a blind as the Shadow Step comes out. Calamity is gonna have the Succubus chasing after him, but might be able to escape the Succubus. Is gonna be able to hop on the stealth for a second. With a slow. I don't really know what gave him a slow. But he does gain a slow somehow. Argenti has the pet again in the Viz. Calamity tried to walk by and sap it. Unless he goes into AoE. That in Viz is better than stealth. You're not going to be able to find that thing. He knows that his next opener, he better vanish or something. Because you got to find a way to interrupt the pet. Shadow Strike onto Argenti. Does send him with a kidney shot. Is there Succubus CC to follow? Looks like there isn't one. Stuns the pet as he walks by. Argenti with full defenses. Trying to give himself as much self-heal as possible. It's going to be potentially feared. Trying to go for a kick. And that's going to be Chaos Bolt setting up. Argenti, he has no health at all. Mortal needs to come out immediately. Is that a Mortal? Mortal does get used. Second Chaos Bolt to follow. Argenti, does he have any more damage to the rogue? Gonna be able to Calamity. Shadow Step to him and taking him down with Shirt. Gonna be up next as a Frost Mage. Interesting. The Shirt playing Necrolord. Oh, they're gonna be the big Deathborn Mage most likely. Get a shot at a Calamity. Just trying to see if they can take out Shirt Mage. If they could possibly do it. Shirt getting hit with a kidney shot. Cheap shot to follow. Got himself the images. That's going to be Frozen Orb getting sent in. Not doing the Concentrate Coolness Frozen Orb. Just dropping down normal orb. Wait, where did the orb go? It just kind of went under the bridge, into the textures, into the bridge. And it's gone. Ultra time up for Shirt in case the rogue gets to open up on him. It's just going to sap him out. I think he's just going to wait for that ultra time to be reversed. Man, that is just so much damage out of this rogue. They're nuts, man. Kyrian Rogue. I do wonder what kind of a legendary you use. You Finality? Crit? Probably Finality for damage, right? Ice Wall. A Shirt doesn't want to let Calamity go anywhere at all. It's going to hit him with a Blizzard as the Rogue tried to go for a reset. And I think he thought the Rogue maybe got himself a complete reset, but the Rogue just was in stealth in safe spot. Shirt might be in trouble unless they have an Ice Block. I think it might be over. Polly. Oh, Calamity just walks by and takes him out. With Gates Jr. Going to be up next as a Necrolord Windwalker Monk. Calamity has a trinket and evasion, so actually could have everything here. Gonna be a blind immediately for Gates. Gonna go for a trinket. Gonna be that BDB. I don't know if it was a real BDB or maybe just a proc BDB. Either way, it's still a lot of damage. Trying to see if he can catch up to the rogue. Gonna be a Zuenjo and then just trying to keep the chains going. Gonna be a ring of boopity bob, but he keeps the rogue up above. It actually gave the rogue ability to get up on the platform. It's gonna be Shadow Step away from Gates. Could potentially go for a Shadow Step again. Gonna be cracked on Jade Lightning. Knows the rogue wants to go for the reset. Rogue goes in for the stun. No more trinket for Gates. Does he have the biggest go? Gonna be evasion for the rogue. Got himself the Kyrian burst. A little bit of that, but looks like he's gonna back up out of there and go for a reset. And Gates needs to go for as much self-recovery as possible. Calamity has Gates with no health. Could potentially use a Resonant Trick at the next go. This could be a lot of damage right here. This could be a lot of damage. Potentially. Sap onto Gates. As Calamity is looking for that bit of that reset. I think that skin shot with Resonator might be over, especially if we got that Kyrian burst. And maybe that's exactly what he's waiting for. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. Go wait until things are back up. Gates could pick up one of the eyes available. We're hitting that 11-minute mark. 40% dampener. And Calamity is just still trucking. We still got Rectal over. I like that name, Rectal. Get a shot onto Gates. No Resonant Trick. Just going for the normal stun. Oh my god, in a single kidney shot. There's no way that man got to play in Mark for Death, right? He just opened up with a kidney. That was just so much damage in a single kidney shot, boys. What is that? Didn't burn advantage, so it has to be like Finality or something. Oh my goodness. This Rectal does go for a full flesh shaft. It's Fury. I like his name, by the way. Oh, I like the tattoos too. He's got the club. As Calamity's got himself a full reset. This Fury Warrior could do a ton of damage, man. Versing Fury Warriors in Arena, they are scary. The amount of damage and how often they can use the cooldowns, it's actually insane how good it is. Especially if they got the cheer set, the 4-piece. I mean, constantly in wreck. It is scary how good it is. Calamity trying to go with the Resonant Trinket. Ratchet could be in trouble. Might want to pop a defensive. Oh, unfortunate. Calamity just is literally the Calamity. Walking Calamity in arena with a 1v5. I didn't realize that. What the? I didn't realize. Oh my goodness. Well, there it is. Let's get another going, boys. Yeah, let's get another group. Soul, give me the next. Yo, can somebody get Soul in the next one? It's running as a moment of clarity build. Okay. Oh god. Oh really? I didn't realize. Because bite, shred, huge. Trying to give away your build. Too much. All good. All good, friend. No worries. Yo, we got Chicago back up with a 5. I think we go for, yo, what I talked to get in LFG. In LFG, they have groups. If you are going as a horde, you need to look for chill pills. Soulscape trying to join these groups. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yo, I think we gotta go Seavark. Actually, no, Chicago versus Night King. I think those two haven't played each other. But it's like Chicago, that's what I'm planning to do. That's what I'm planning to do. I want to get my boy Soulscape in here as well. This is Chicago real quick. Yo, Soul, I don't know if you're in chat or not, but Seavark might be able to redo the group a little bit and maybe get you in if you have an alliance character. Otherwise, Horde. Night King is doing with the group for the Horde. Night King 5. Let's go. What the? Chicago. Wait, is that with a Q? Am I dumb? I am dumb. Okay, for some reason I spelled Chicago's name with a G. I forget it's a Q. Nobody lower spots. Yeah, that's true. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. But Night King... Oh. Night King has an opening right now. In his group left. Horde. Yo, Night King got a +1 actually. Hold on, we can get souls in here. Because Night King said one just left. So we can get us in. Chicago, stick around for a bit. Night King Soulscape should be joining on the character. Let me find it. Soul Eris. Soul Eris. Look for Soul Eris. Try and join a Horde group. Night King should have a group. LFG, tap number 5 and then search. Actually, I don't know how many you got, but Night King just needs a +1. Night King is a Chill Pills and Stormrage. What's the group called? If you just, okay, let's do this. This might be actually faster. Chill Pills Stormrage. Okay, he got a group called 5V5 1V1. He got a group called 5V5 1V1. Just type in number 5 in the search and you're good to go, fam. That easy. I don't see how Nightfate helps Arcane when a proxy main damage. Just trying new builds, my friend, and 3's Arcane needs help, so I'm trying new stuff. That's exactly what it comes down to, trying new things. Alrighty, we got a 5 versus Chicago. We got ourselves Chicago and Night King. We'll get Seavark back in versus Chicago right after. So Seavark, your group is on standby versus Chicago next. Did we work? Did I do wrong? Night King and Chicago. Okay, let's go again. We'll try again. I'm saying complete. And hey, it is an NT. You're welcome to join us if you want to. This is incredible. Just get good procs. Yeah, the proc part is what I really have a trouble with Seavark. I really do agree with you. Like, man, this the Seavark, like everybody, like, you know, I think everybody has the moments where they're like, man, I wish my class did a bit better. But like watching Seavark, the fact that he just keeps trying, and the fact that Seavark is literally one of the better arcane mages in the ladder right now. Like he keeps sticking to that thing, and it's just like, oh wow. It just shows you like in what kind of situation they're in, man. I don't know. It's just they're in a tight spot, man. There's, you know, something. There's just one little thing. You know what I mean? That's something they're asking for the world. Although it would be kind of cool if every single class got that Holy Priest treatment. One from kind of like, okay, it's kind of alright in PvP. You're like, damn, everybody playing that thing. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't want that to happen to their class? I'm the highest rank arcane on the ladder. I'm not trying to flex. Yeah, he actually is. Like, if you check, literally right now, in this, as of this moment, literally right now, if you check the Drusvar or Murloc.io, Seavark is literally up there. He's literally the top right now. But yes, it's just sad. It's like, it's an achievement for sure, but it also shows like, oh, you know, there's not other people that are playing Arcane Mage either. It just shows where it's at right now currently. I do agree with that one. I don't have time to say that at all. Which gonna be a big blast on a wolf as Argenti is going for the most amount of damage in the opener. Gonna be chaos modes back to back onto wolf. It's gonna be Inferno's double Inferno setting trinket for wolf as he's trying to find. I think it was just maybe a instinctive trinket seeing all this Infernos on him. Another chaos mode, another chaos mode. How many Infernos do you have at this point? I think he's summoned 3 so far. Wait, do Infernos stun? I don't know if they do. Sunder onto Argenti. Wolf somehow is still alive. The Earth Elemental is helping peel a lot of these Infernos off of him. Chaos mode as Argenti going in for even more chaos. Yet another chaos mode. Yet another chaos mode. How many chaos modes does this man have? What is going on? How many proxy cancels? Wolf has just been eating these things back to back, and Argenti is just feeding him like a mama bird feeding a kid. But that's gonna be big. LA Blast on Argenti. It looks like he's not the only one with big bolts of damage, as LA Blast is gonna slam him out. Argenti with that wall, just trying to get some kind of CC onto Wolf. It's going to be a suck of a CC for a second. Valhunter getting swapped out, so maybe he can interrupt Wolf and take away some of the procs. Argenti's under a ton of pressure. Mortal Coil is available. Going to be that counter strike to could potentially do a lot of damage back to Argenti though. Trying to get some incinerate damage into Wolf. Walked away, actually not super far away from the counter strike totem. Interrupt on the shadow. Argenti might just be going down. Wait, Wolf I think just survived the little cataclysm as Argenti walking him into the arena. Zapped him out from a mile away. Not even a maelstrom. But he does get him, and that's gonna be Soulscape himself joining in as the Venthyr Demon Hunter. Cheesy build, but it's actually gonna get a bit of value. Does get the Sinful Brand onto Wolf. That is gonna keep burning on him. Blur and a wall getting used by the both of them as the Demon Hunter goes in for a bit of cleave. Wolf drop it down self-heal totems. Get himself the Ghost, which are getting plenty of Maelstrom. That wall is helping him survive a lot of the damage. But Solaris is gonna go for that Metamorphosis. Short Metamorphosis, big Ivy is gonna get interrupted, but it does extend the duration of his Sinful Brand. It looks like the dots are just gonna melt Wolf. Solaris is gonna have to wait. Or Soul, I'm gonna go by the character name, honestly. I'm gonna call by Soul Eris. I don't like the name though. Chicago swapping out to a different build. Looks like maybe a Necrolord Elemental build, an Ellie Enhancement build, or Elemental Focus. Oh, Venthyr. That's a pretty big hit. Wait, that was a pretty big Venthyr hit. Solaris is gonna go for that Sinful Brand, immunity for a second. Does not really have a lot of survivability versus the Demon Hunter. Is gonna get a bit of damage though. Oh, as they are dropping down. Chicago did take a lot of damage from this dot. Wait, look at this dot. It is taken for quite a bit. But playing the Demon Hunter immunity build, there's not much of like longevity you really have. So maybe there's gonna be like, maybe for Soulscape, like that swap to meta heal might be a little better, but it's also really difficult because it's not like a Necrolord. Compared to the Necrolord Shammy, it's a whole nother story. Alexandra MVP is gonna be up next versus Chicago. Wait, Alexandra? Orc? Let's go. But Chicago is going to trap him in the static totem for a moment, keeping him in place. Trying to go for the big Venthyr burst. I think it was it maybe Chicago's Venthyr burst? If Chicago's playing that, what looks like a Venthyr Flame Shock build, if they're playing the Skybreaker's Lego with the Flame Shock ticks, that could be massive. Especially with the Earth Elemental and the Ghost who's joining in. If those things get a ticks on crits, get critted with the ticks of Flame Shock, that's gonna give you so much cooldown reduction for the Venthyr ability, the Chain Harvest. It's actually massive. Alexandra trying to get some damage of their own. Is Alexandra playing the Necrolord build or also Venthyr? It's actually hard to tell. Both of them playing Ghost Wolves, so it's really hard to tell. Gonna be a stone to Alexandra. Trick outside of him immediately. Chicago has himself the Aegis Shield, more of a defensive strategy. Alexandra with a wall right now, trying to catch up on as much healing as possible. Maelstrom is back up for both of them. Alexandra has a bit of mana. Chicago is a bit dry though. Does have the Aegis Trinket, helping him with a bit of that magic damage from Alexandra, but only to a certain extent. Eventually, I think he's going to fall away. That is going to be Alexandra as a Venthyr. So it's both Venthyr for Venthyr here. As Alexandra engages, trying to get a couple of the Storm Strikes in. Chicago going in for a bit of damage of their own. Big Chain Harvest, Alexandra. Chain Harvest is back. They're just swapping health with one another. They're just like, hey, I'll take your health. Nope, mine now. Chicago looking for a bit of recovery. Dust on a wall. Not a lot of Maelstrom available. Alexandra catching up, plenty of healing. Chicago literally having to cast a heal without any Maelstrom, losing out on some of that Maelstrom value and heal value, but literally in a situation where it's like, well, if I don't, I'm gonna just die. I can't even spend time to build Maelstrom. Going to be a short stun onto Alexandra, peeling away those pets. At least able to get away from the doggers a little bit, deny some Maelstrom for Alexandra. But Chicago's in a tight spot right now. Has Ghost Wolves of their own coming back up very, very soon. Does give himself one more heal. No dampening, but it is going to be here now. Quick static totem onto Alexandra. Needs to take down the totem. Chicago does give himself a reset, and the dampening finally rolling in. So any kind of healing that you do now, you better have as much value to it as possible, because it's going to tick down little by little. Going to be Chicago, I think, with the Chain Harvest onto Alexandra. Does Alexandra have their own Chain Harvest coming up soon? Should potentially be up very, very soon. Both of them are running the same build. Unless Alexandra's not the Skybreaker's build. Stun onto Chicago for a second. Drink inside of it. Alexandra with a wall. Chicago super low on health. Is going to give himself a little bit of healing with a Ghost Wolf right after. And Alexandra with that wall. After that wall is over, they don't really have a lot of mana. There's going to be a quick Chain Harvest in order to catch up on healing. And the mana slowly but surely coming back up. Should be able to maybe catch up on some health. Chicago does have a wall back up. Might want to use it here as soon as possible. That's gonna be Chicago, super low on health, a little bit of mana left, trying to heal up as much as possible, looking for that heal crit, but might be in trouble. Alexandra trying to chase out Chicago, but it's gonna get caught by the static totem. Definitely want to take down the static totem whenever possible. Chicago with the Aegis trick and give himself a little bit more survivability. Sunder onto Alexandra, trinkets and Sunder's back in Chicago. Chicago with barely any health whatsoever. I don't even know if they'll survive. Wait, turn around onto Alexandra with a chain harvest and actually top themselves off. What a crit! Are you kidding me? What was that crit? They were literally at no health, hovering like teetering low, and then all of a sudden chain harvest. I'm gonna just top myself up and nuke it down completely. What is going on? Chill pills, seen Chicago literally quit. Literally quit. I guess they were out of cooldowns completely. Saw chill pills full cooldowns and were like, you know what? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Don't want to fight it whatsoever. Out of it. Wait, chill pills the last one left on team 1? No way. Did everybody leave? What's going on? I guess Chill Pills is the last man out. Gonna be a quick resonant trinket on Chill Pills. The speed got himself a cheap shot after the stun. Gonna be a summon for the pet for Chill Pills. Might want to use everything he can in order to heal himself. Got himself a little bit of runic power regeneration. Lichborn is up. Wait, did everybody really get taken down in team 1? Chippers, you got that, bro. Chicago. Didn't want Chicago. You should just let him get the kill, man. At least get some resources off you. I would have needed for the rogue, maybe. IBF for Chill Pills. As the rogue goes in for evasion, Chill Pills under a ton of pressure is gonna go for a stun to speed with a flash to catch up on healing, and is gonna be able to get at least 1 or 2 death strikes as rogue is stunned up. Cannot dodge those death strikes while he's incapacitated, while he's frozen to the core. Chill Pills on the next stun could be in a deadly situation. He's gonna go for the death pact a little bit early, trying to give himself a little bit more health to work with. Stun onto Chill Pills. I think it might be over unless he somehow survives this go. The speed of the most amount of damage is gonna be Chill Pills trying to catch up whatever health he can. Does he maybe have a blind for the rogue? Gonna be a disarm. Chill Pills dropping down the dragon. At least he's able to get himself some healing, sacrificing the main pet. Speed does dive into stealth. The Chill Pills maybe find him with a random death and decay. Speed is nearby. Is gonna get a sap. I'm surprised he actually got a sap there. Wow. Monk left on the other team. Oh, a monk left? That's unfortunate. Looks like Chill Pills might be going down here unless... Oh, he got himself 1 death strike for a second. But it's over. What happened? Yeah, that monk did leave. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Hello there. What's up, Reverence? You want to join in the duels? Alright, let's get Chicago and let's get Seavark in here. If they got a group. That was kind of short. Well, short-ish. It was 8 minutes roughly. Ow, yeah. Yeah, some of these boys hurt. I think Leech Heal might be slightly better in pure 1v1. Yo, Seavark looking for one more. Boys, if you want to join Team Alliance, Seavark got a +1. Check out LMG over on Team NA. I didn't have anything. That's fair enough. You missed your opportunity, Dal. Disappointed. Really? Did I miss something? Really? Did I actually? Hello there. Oh, General Kenobi. Yo, anybody else excited about Obi-Wan on Disney? Yo, I'm actually legit excited. Dude, I grew up watching the prequels. And as a kid, I loved them. Everybody cringed at them, but I loved them, man. I thought it was cool. I was like, wow, expanded universe. You know what I mean? When you're young and it's like everything's exciting. That's basically when I watched it. That's when I watched it, man. That was my Star Wars movies. Kind of best sports to leave considering DK gets a heal practice to it. That's fair point, but you know, I don't blame him for like bowing out. Be like, you know what? There's nothing I can do here, and I think I'm dead. All right, Seavark, Chicago. Let me know if you're ready. By the way, Seavark is ready, and Chicago. Let me know when you're ready, Chicago. I just want to make sure I'm not queuing the group if maybe they're like together or not. Not so on a duel. Technically, yes. We got 5. Let's go. I mean, technically, Honor Duel is it's optional. It's not mandatory. Technically, how salty have you made? Let's not be like that, boys. Let's not be like that. But I usually do myself. Like it's like Honor Duel is a personal choice, and the 5v5 duels, there's only one rule. You want to make sure it's a 1v1, and there's like you want to make sure there's like an order in which you go in duel first. By the way, CB is haven't got to play at all. So there's that. Dolphin after build I was trying turn around. Made this hit for 126. What the? It is so good. If you could get guaranteed procs, bro, that'd be so awesome. There's no way that guy hit for 126k. Wait, like his burst was 126 through healing, or is it just on the single global it was 126? Was that a touch of Magi? Is that what that was? The biggest Magi ever? That is insane if that's true, by the way. That is incredible if that's true. That's crazy. Video 3 out of 5 normal bosses raid, and there's 2 more in Raid Finder. Yes, you will get second box will be from Raid Finder. The second box will be from Raid Finder, yes. Although they have to be different bosses. They can't be the same bosses you've killed. Alrighty, Twitch. Got us a team 1 together with C-Vark. Is it gonna be first? Maybe Reverence? Oh, Reverence coming in as a Destruction Warlock. Oh my goodness, dashes are everywhere, man. We got ourselves Rando in the back. We got ourselves Laryless in stealth, lazy, chilling, and it looks like Reverence is gonna have the pet spin to win. I think CBZ is gonna be first up. I think we haven't seen CBZ join in at least in a while. What's up, my guy? Welcome, welcome. Fear onto Reverence, at least trying to see if he can land it. Reverence zipping behind the pillar, gonna be a Fear onto the pet as Shadowbolts are getting built up. CBZ is likely playing the Shadowbolt Decimated Bolt build. Gonna be a fellow lord joining and literally just spawning on top of Reverence. Got himself a Decimated Bolt versus CBZ. CBZ could be in a bit of trouble. As we have the team 2 together with the iFox, we got ourselves Speed, we got ourselves the Wolf. I don't even know what it's trying to do. I think it's Chicago. It looked like Wolf was trying to give Speed a hug or something. Maybe that's what he's going for. Fleshcock by CBZ's Reverence, get hit with a Fear. Gonna be a hand of Gul'dan's joining. CBZ's with the Demonic Tyrant, trying to get a Decimated Bolt of his own. Is that gonna be the biggest burst possible? Stun onto Reverence, trying to go gold Dreadstalkers. Does not have Issachar Dreadstalkers, making sure he doesn't reflect back those Decimated Bolts back into himself. The Succubus is gonna get him CC'd though. The Tyrant is blasted, or Reverence taking a bit of damage, but them Chasms are gonna burn through that Fleshcock pretty quickly. Those pets are unleashing barrage of damage into Reverence, but so far he's been able to survive it quite a bit. Gonna be instant cast Decimated Bolts. I don't know if CBZ's got himself the biggest one-shot for Decimated Bolts, but he should have, right? That's basically the default build for Demonology Warlock as an Necrolord. He is playing normal Call Dreadstalker, so he's not playing instant cast Dreadstalkers, which is interesting. Makes me wonder what else he's playing instead. Mortal into Reverence, trying to land a Fear. Gonna be that Succubus CC stopping him in place. Can't tell if he's seduced by the Succubus or maybe by a Wolf's Dancing. Gonna be a Flash Cap for Reverence, recovering a lot of health. CBZ finds himself at very low health. Reverence trying to go for that Decimated Bolt. With that execute damage with CBZ, it could be deadly. Decimated Bolt back for CBZ instead. Got himself Dreadstalkers. Gonna be Decimated Bolt, can't really stop it. Reflect is up, but Reverence, CBZ just gotta make sure he's not reflecting back his own Decimated Bolts, because that's gonna be a crazy bolt. Those bolts are gonna crit, they're gonna do a ton of damage. Reverence back behind the pillar, trying to get some dots. Actually just trying to burn through a pet. Double Chaos Bolt in that thing with a couple Incinerates. It looks like he's just gonna burn right through it. If CBZ isn't careful, if he's not aware, his main pet is dead. He just trying to drain whatever he can from that Succubus. All the life out of him. Before the Succubus drains all the life out of him in return. Mortal with a stun exchange. He does get a fresh new Wrathguard pet resummoned. As Reverence just trying to back up out of the Fell Lord, missing his swing. As CBZ is chilling under the pillar. It's gonna go for the Drain Life build together with the what's it called? The Resolve Trinket. Anytime you get interrupted, you're gonna have that trinket giving you basic immunity. Gonna be a big blast on the CBZs. Got him super low. The Mortal does help him recover. Gonna be big Decimated Bolt Reverence, but the Succubus C goes through. Reverence trying to go for an interrupt and starts to see the pet. Chaos Bolt. Is it gonna be double bolt? CBZ does get wiped out as Reverence made sure to have Reflect back up in case CBZ has anything for him. This you never really know. Gonna be iFox next. Reason Trap into Reverence, bailing out of there completely with a port, taking away that Death Chakra with him. Death back, Dark back in order to give himself a little bit of a shield. Gonna be that Chimeric Poison, eventually CCing him. Good gateway in case he wants to, but he's actually gonna just line aside iFox as best as possible. Maybe wait until the Succubus can go for some CC. Reverence might be in a bit of trouble. Mortal Coil. He's gonna get a Chaos Bolt versus iFox. Is that gonna be a potentially big one? Infernal getting summoned up. Is that a real Infernal? It is a real Infernal. So for Reverence, this could be a lot of damage. Stun into Reverence, has a trinket for it, not playing the Resolve Trinket. There's going to be a Succubus C onto iFox for a second. Chaos Bolt, Flash Cut to follow. Does not get interrupted for a second, but does get eventually. iFox is kind of low in health. Going to be a Harpoon. No way to interrupt it. Another Chaos Bolt getting loaded up. iFox could be in big trouble. Stun again. Yet another Chaos Bolt. Oh! Reverence is blasting this boy out. Oh my goodness. Is Warlock back? Is Destro back, boys? I feel like we haven't seen Destro in these duels in a while, but double Chaos Bolts, that return of this spec. Who's up next? Is it gonna be Speed? Is it gonna be Wolf? Or is it gonna be Chicago in the back? Also, I swear to God, it looks like Lifeforged Janai, dude. The pale skin, the hair, but that's a normal Janai. Bro, I can't wait until 925 where we can do cross-faction gameplay, man. Any cross-faction gamers in the chat, because I'm definitely gonna be one of them. I definitely want to be one of them. Stun into Reverence, get himself that Kyrian Burst. Reverence with a Dark Pack, gonna be sucking the Seduction onto Speed. As the Chaos Bolts go flying, there's gonna be an interrupt on fire, but that's actually gonna let Reverence use Shadow Spells as he try to get that Bonzafell onto Speed. Trying to maybe get a Cataclysm around the corner. Speed getting caught on a pixel on the corner of the box. I think he's not gonna end up finishing out the Cataclysm at all. He's trying to get a better angle on Speed, and I think Speed trying to focus down on Succubus. He's just not even sure where Reverence is at anymore. Gonna be Mortal Coil with Fear. Is gonna be Meter Trinket. Reverence trying to make sure he doesn't get interrupted. Getting the shot. I don't know if he got much going on. It's gonna be Human Racial out of this. Maybe he can port. Trying to go for a Fear. Gonna be an interrupt. Potentially. Miss it. Wait. Full Fear onto Speed. With the Chaos Bolts to follow. Decimator Bolt after. Blind into Reverence. Needs to get the pet. I think it might be over for Reverence. I think it's over. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. He just, what can he do at this point? Boarding away, barely any health, does get himself Warlock Hellstone. Wait, could potentially still be a play. Trying to summon a Succubus. I think he's gonna interrupt it though. Yeah, there goes the interrupt. Mortal Coil back up, hopefully soon. Dark Pack gives him a little bit of survivability. Maybe he can go for Gateway, trying to go for a Fear. Does land it. No interrupt by the Rogue. Is gonna get the full Succubus. That full Succubus might be the game changer here that he needs. He doesn't really have a lot of health to work with, but he's able to get some damage on the Speed, potentially send the Succubus in. The Succubus will at least give Reverence something to like CC the Rogue. Flash Cap getting set up, as he got himself shield for shield. Cataclysm around the corner, maybe he can get the Rogue dotted up. Looks like he's able to. Bonzafell does catch the Rogue. Maybe he can push him out of there? No, the Rogue is just gonna stay behind the box. Caught himself a reset for a second. Reverence might be in a bad spot now. Wait, does the box where he wants to play, or does he want to play out in the open? He got kicked from Marine somehow? Oh, Stargaze. The monk might have gotten kicked then for AFK. You gotta make sure that you're constantly moving then. That guy's more than welcome to come back and play, by the way. Big damage and Speed. Cloak Shadows. Reverence has big decimated bolt set up. Those incinerates are gonna burn. Mortal Coil into Speed. Doesn't have any outs. In Fear again. Oh, gas for a speedy vanish just to make sure that no more incinerates char his skin. Reverence with the first aid does not get interrupted with that distract. Does not get distracted. Focusing on the bandages. He will turn, he'll spin. The Speed going for that Shadow Strike could potentially be a Succubus. CC does get the Seduce in the opener. Again, the Rogue has no trinket, so it could be huge damage by the Warlock. Fear onto the Rogue, incinerates, immolates right after. Speed breaks out for a second. Shadow steps to Reverence. Reverence doesn't have Mortal Coil for a while. Cheap shot into Reverence, has himself a big shield. Speed is going to be seeing a trinket out of Reverence, trying not to get interrupted. It's going to be a kick, but it's going to be missing trinket for Speed from the Fear. Reverence does have a Mortal Coil coming back out very soon. The Rogue no longer has a trinket. This could be really bad for the Rogue. Chaos Bolt right after. Does he have any outs? I think it might be. Oh, the Succubus just comes in whipping him down. Get down, boy. Oh my goodness. Reverence. Oh my goodness. I'm starting to become a Warlock believer, boys. I want to get my... Dude, I've been trying to get my Warlock to yourself for so long. I want to do what Reverence is doing. I want to do some crazy, unmitigated calamity of damage in Mythic Pluses. And I also want to be able to double dunk Chaos Bolts into kids. I think it'd be so fun. They just look so fun. You know what I mean? Gonna be Wolf trying to go for a bit of a reset, get himself a little bit of healing. Mana plenty. It's gonna be Reverence with some big cooldowns and Infernal joining in. It's gonna be a counter-strike totem. It's gonna reduce some of the... Oh god, Wolf is gonna get hit by lots of hits. Needs to wall this immediately. It's gonna be wall this last second. Decimate Bolt set up. Still taking a lot of damage. Massive Chain Harvest. Got himself a little bit of healing. Interrupted Reverence on that fire. Reverence can still land Fears. It's going to be back-to-back incinerates. Wolf going to have wall falling off very soon. Could get some Ghost Wolves rolling in very soon. Chaos Bolt stunned it. Reverence barely any health. Could go for maybe Reflect. Might want to go for Reflect if he goes on for a Chaos Bolt. Wolf recovered a lot of health, by the way. Board for Reverence. Trying to go for another Bolt versus Wolf. Going to be Ellie Blast. Second Bolt right after. As the second C goes through. Bonzafell right after. Potentially big damage. Wolf does not get caught by that Bonzafell. Flash Cap up for Reverence. Wolf does not have the line of sight. If only he had it there to win shear the cast out of the hands of Reverence, it would have been alright. But Wolf recovered on health. Wolf was actually okay on health. A lot of down on cooldowns, but he got a lot of disrupts. He does not play grounding for this one though, so no grounding totem. I'm playing against Reverence the Warlock. Decimating Bolt is up. Fear to follow. Those incinerates could be really deadly. Actually gets Wolf super low. Double incinerate and taking him out. Chicago's the last one left in Team 2. Has to hold the fort. Are they going to give Reverence an honor duel here or not? Looks like they are. Are they going to... I think they're walking up to Reverence. Giving him at least an honor duel and an honorable bow. I don't know if they'll give him like a full go. A full reset with health. But at least they're giving him like an honorable bow. However... Oh... Chicago C is lazy. Trying to go for a period. What was that? I don't even know what that was. Oh my goodness. But it looks like Chicago is giving Irvins an opportunity to at least go for reset. Maybe Chicago could like go to Lazy and point and be like, hey, you kill Reverence. I think that's exactly what they're doing. It looks like they're just not letting Lazy go for that Kyrian at all. Letting Reverence catch up. I think they're just trolling Lazy. By the way, that tabard looks fantastic with that Mog. I wish that Mog was a little bit more muted, a little bit more gray in color, but it looks great. It looks awesome. It's gonna be Reverence, but Chicago looks like Reverence got up plenty of health. Chicago looking for a bit of a reset. It's gonna be Late. Chicago does not play ground and totem either, so neither the Shaman are gonna be able to ground any of these powerful Chaos Bolts. Big Chaos Bolt is gonna set up a Reverence, one bolt with a second CC. Oh my god, Chicago, most of your health is just gone. That's gonna be walled with the Aegis Stricken for Chicago. Still could be in a deadly situation. Bolt is gonna get him low. Bolt actually got absorbed. Wait, that bolt did no damage. That's a wall in Aegis for you. That's like 40% damage reduction with a wall. 50% of the damage you take goes into a shield. That bolt did no damage. I think that one bolt that Reverend said Chicago with was a double bolt. I think it was 2 bolts in one. That's why it's so scary looking. Decimated bolt getting set up on one of the pets. Reverence goes through, banish the Earth Elemental. Chicago backs up out of this, seeing the big damage coming out for Reverence. Looks like Reverence is going to be blast out these pets. The Ghost Rolls are actually doing quite a substantial amount of damage at this high dampening. 37, not the highest, but for Reverence, a class with not a lot of healing. It is getting kind of low. It is chipping away at their health bar. It is chipping away at their fleshcraft, so it gives Chicago an opportunity here. And Chicago, I think, is also a Venthyr gamer, not a Necrolord gamer this time around. So they don't have the same survivability, but definitely has the big damage. Gotta be Reverence. Dropping down Rain of Fire, which is actually fantastic. For Reverence, they're just building up towards the tier set. Mortal Cone Chicago has a trinket, interrupting Reverence. Got him in the static totem, but that's gonna be a second CC immediately. Casbell coming up for Reverence with big damage. Stunning Chicago with Incinerates. Does get line of sighted though. Chicago is down below. Reverence is trying not to jump down there. It's gonna be a Thunder to break him apart. Infernal is in play. Get interrupted on a Decimating Bolt, but Chicago is backing up out of there. That Infernal is just so aggro to the Earth Elemental. It's actually giving Chicago a little bit of a play here. Gonna be Massive Chain Harvest. And Chicago trying to get a little bit of health back, as well as do some damage to Reverence. Stuck over there with an Infernal. As it's building for Reverence, the Soul Shard slowly but surely. But Chicago is gonna be poking out and open for a second. Reverence trying to make sure there's plenty of distance between the two. Chicago does at least have some line of sight. There's a little bit of this like wall that's on the lower side of the platform. Gonna be a freshly succubus potentially summoned up. Reverence getting interrupted on it. Might have to go for a Mortal Coil Fear on Chicago if they really want to get that pet. Mortal Coil, potentially Fear. Chaos Bolt instead just going aggressive. It's going to be Chaos Bolt that lands. Does a bit of damage. Chicago could get interrupted. That is going to be the pet they're going to focus on. Reverence tried to summon a new succubus. Does Chicago have a way to stop it? Going to be Static Totem. Reverence can't really go anywhere, but at least they do get a fresh new succubus. Succubus getting booked around in the totem. It's almost like at a ball pit. Going to be Chicago breaking out of the succubus though. Succubus CC. Aegis Stricken back up. And Reverence with the Dark Pact wall and everything. Decimated Bolt getting loaded up into one of the Raptors. Potentially could be big incinerate damage with Chicago. Reverence with a Reflect in case Chicago was going to go for a ranged interrupt, but didn't quite happen. They got 4 set just to wait. Yeah, the 4 set is going to be an interesting story. Actually, 2 set too. Wait, Silver, do we have to 2 set at least? It's going to be pretty massive. Wait, is Reverence? Dude, Reverence is looking for a bad big 105. Big Chain Harvest on Chicago. Chicago does get a lot of healing. We're going to be with big Chaos Bolt. Chicago walling this damage off. Reverence actually is at no health whatsoever. Wait, this could be really bad for Reverence. Trying to go first aid. I think Chicago might have him. Unless Reverence can maybe make a big play. Chaos Bolt instant cast on Chicago. Not going to summon Infernal for some reason. But Reverence is going to go down as Chicago does get seduced. I think Seawork is getting up next. Chicago ends up... Oh, Chicago just leaves. They're just going to give Reverence a 1v4 and then bow out. Oh, come on. How does he actually play? Oh no. He has a 4. Oh, he has a 2 set, so he doesn't have the 4 set. Okay, so for some reason Reverence had 4 set. But I guess even 2 set is deadly. The 4 set was a blasphemy. I keep forgetting about it. Alright, let's get another group going. Night King, Seavar, Chicago, who's ready? Yo, boys, I'm enjoying these duels, dude. I don't know how you feel about Warlock with tier set, but I'm enjoying these duels a lot, man. I'm having a blast. Hope you guys are too. 4-second Seraphim proc? Wait, huge. Nerf Paladin. Wait, Paladin get 4 seconds of Seraphim on a random auto attack? Nerf him. Nerf it to negative 4 seconds. Give him negative stats for a second. That's the only way to... Reverence, that was amazing, by the way. That was fun to watch, man. I enjoyed it. That's just 2 set? Oh, then you got a 4 set gamer. That's gonna be incredible. Ooh. C-Rec is ready to go. Barely his team got to play, but Warlock did. Come on, definitely. Do I have you? Reverence, check you type some in Discord. I don't know if I get you champion role before or not. Did I? Type some in Discord real quick. Let's type hello. I need to give you champ role. That's a 4 kill. No, paladins are fine. I'm joking, George. It's Atherman said something earlier, like he had said, oh, people always complain about paladins, always saying the paladin needs to get nerfed. He just joked. We were just memeing around earlier, so that's just a meme. I don't mean that at all. I mean a disc. Do I have you on the? Type something in disc real quick. Just easy. Yeah, I don't know why you don't have champ's roll yet. There it is, my guy. Easy champ roll. That was a 1v4. That could have been 1v5. Oh, okay. Yo, that's... Hold on. What is that burst? Hold on, let me see this. See if I can give me some burst on the Turning Realms. No way. Wait, how much damage is that gonna be? Oh my god. Yo, Seaver can just do so much damage. You only get the procs. Alright, Night King is ready for Seavark. Let's go, boys. Seavark and Night King. Chicago needs a +1, boys. Over on the Team Alliance, by the way, if you guys want to join in. 12 run. But you know what? 1 12 run a day. Keeps the Blizzard gods from nerfing us away. You know what I mean? We have to do 1 12 run arena, man. We have to. Title that Warlock decimated them. Well, actually, no. Not the destruction. We got Cataclysm. We got Destruction. We have so many other words we can use. But Decimated would be pretty good one, Architect. Decimated is good one. But also, we got Fire. We got so many words we can use. There you go. In general, let's go, Reverence, my guy. I feel like I should have given you the role a while ago. With some of those kind of spoilers. You think so? Are they? I like my thumbnails, man. I hope you guys like them as well. Hope you guys like them as much as I do, because I love my thumbnails. But I mean, they will show like a class that does well in there. You know? I mean, maybe I could change them. Should I make them less spoilery? More clickbaity? Just put a cool class and an ability in there randomly? I could make them random, just make them cool thumbnail that isn't related to the duel. But I have been doing them for so long related to duels. It's hard to go back. You know? Try to save that one real quick. Lazy Cat gonna be first up. Oh, I see a Kyrian boy. I see a little Kyrian boy with you. Oh no, please. Please no. Please no. Alrighty. Alright, switch. Alright, this is gonna be Lazy with a Kyrian. Try to go for the big Kyrian burst. Fang is gonna be up next. It looks like it's only 4 man over in team 2 with Chill Pills. Hopefully +1 is just lagging. And then we'll get in here soon enough. Lazy with the Berserk. This is actually going to back away from Fang, who just uses a lot of his defenses, but not offenses. Still has a lot of damage. Rated. Does go for a weapon throw, so Lazy does not get a reset behind the pillar. Dude, Xander's combat animations are clean. Look at them, dude. They're agile as hell. Going to be back-to-back charges after Lazy. Lazy trying to see if they can break the line of sight behind the pillar. As Fang does activate Reckless Abandon, those raging blows become crushing blows that give you a little bit of a charge towards the enemy target. Lazy Cat looking for a bit of a reset, waiting out for that banner. That is a lot of potential damage for the warrior. Is going to be able to AoE the Pharaoh out with them whirlwinds. I think Lazy Cat was not quite careful with the whirlwinds. That's going to be Thorns. Fang knows he doesn't really want to fight a Pharaoh with Thorns. Going to be a main, no way out. Actual Trinket, but could potentially go for Fear. Does he have a Fear? Going to leap away. That's going to be a lot of damage. Flesh Cut, and that's going to be Lazy trying to go for the interrupt, but the Flesh Cut has been established. And some of the Flash Cut is going to burn off some of the bites, some of the bleeds. Fang might be able to get himself some resources back. Bladestorm not playing with a Tormented King's Legendary though, so that's interesting. He's going to use a lot of the rage to offset it into a shield in order to give himself a little bit more of a self-heal. A shield being the Ignore Pain shield. Waddling towards the eye. Has himself Reckless Abandon or Reckless and Rage Regeneration back up in case he wants to use it. Fang could be an interesting spot. Does get himself yet another shield, burning a lot of the rage into those shields. Which those shields are a little bit less expensive, aren't they? I think so. Gonna be a quick slow by Fang. Fear as Lazy Cat got himself Thorns. Not gonna go for a Trinket just yet. Lazy Cat knows he wants to save it for later. He's gonna go bear form for a moment. Maybe looking for a reset. And Fang just needs to make sure that the Pharaoh does not get a reset. It's gonna be a shadow mode either way. It literally doesn't matter. as Lazy Cat is like, I'm gonna give him a bleed, I'm gonna give him a stun one way or another. Main much of Fang is gonna get a little bit of self-heal. Fury Warriors, if anything, got himself plenty of survivability. Enriched Duration gonna use with Reflect in case there's roots by Lazy. So Fang is at least able to recover his health. Took a lot of blaze damage from Lazy. There's gonna be big crushing blows. Gonna be a blaze storm trying to see if he can break away from the root. Potentially could maybe go for a line of sight. Break a line of sight. Charge towards Lazy. Maybe more crushing blows. Trying to hit him with a slow. Crushing blows might be able to get him close enough. Oh no, I feel like if he used a crushing blow instead of a throw weapon, I feel like he would have been able to catch up to Lazy. But that's going to be that recklessness that Lazy thinks is going to treat like the most deadly ability, because it really is. The crushing blows do a lot of damage, especially when they land a crit. And Fang getting hit with a stun again. Thorns is in a side situation. Does have impending victory to catch up on healing. If anything, Fury Warriors have a lot of self-healing. Impending victory to catch up on a lot of health. Has a bit more stamina than any other warrior with double weapon. Double two-hand in particular. So he does give him a lot of that recovery. Trying to get some damage versus Lazy, with whirlwinds to follow. Just keeping the pressure rolling, at least some sort of sustained damage. Maim, trinkets out of it. Lazy trying to go for a bit of damage of his own. Fang just trying to make sure to stabilize as best as possible. Is going to go for a bit of a shield. Double shield with the Necro Ward as well. A lot of the shield, I think, also with the Ignore Pain, turning a lot of the rage into a shield. Trying to get himself a flash cap. Lazy wants to poke out interrupted. Does leap in there with us. The Skull Bash. Fang, I think, is trying to get himself Recklesses. Does he have himself No, so he's not playing Anger Management, so he has to be playing Reckless Abandon. I guess I should have known that already. But every single time I'm looking, there's a lot of more warriors who've been playing Recklesses or Anger Management as recently, just to get more Recklesses uptime. Fang, I don't think he's playing with a tier set though. I don't think I've ever seen him proc random Recklesses. Potentially Lazy Cat looking to get away, just put some bleeds. I think he's just looking to bleed out the warrior. The warrior really needs Recklesses to get out in the open. That's what he really needs to do. Get out in the open. Lazy going for the stun. Big bleeds up. Fang is going to catch up a little bit of health. We're going to be starting to dip into a dampening very, very soon. Lazy again waddling towards that pillar. He doesn't really want to fight Fang out in the open. He wants to chill by the pillar. Massive heal for Fang. Able to recover plenty of damage from the Feral Druid. And Lazy getting caught on low. Bear form. Could potentially get out of there. Does Fang have a way to go? I think Lazy is saving a root for Fang in case he goes in for big damage. Maim onto Fang, trying to go for big dam on him. Gonna be in Enriched Generation. Most likely gonna be a root for Lazy in case Fang gets around the corner. And this is where the warrior really wants to unleash some damage and get some healing off of the Feral if at all possible. Really needs to pull him away from any kind of pillar. Gonna be the Thorns with a quick fear onto the cat. He knows he doesn't really want to trinket this. But then again, Fang doesn't really have a lot of CC. He doesn't really have a lot of abilities that you can trinket. So honestly, trinketing fear is not the worst idea at this point, since that's literally his only CC that he's running. Man's not running Stormbolt or anything. Gonna be a big banner, big burst. Gonna be a maim onto Fang. Does have a root in case. Gonna be that Ursul's is gonna keep him in place though. Needs to break that Ursul's and needs to find a way to catch up to the cat, but literally cannot. Oh my goodness. Literally shut down on his burst. Lazy's playing it super slow, super steady, just trying to whittle away the warrior, but definitely trying to remove any kind of burst out of the warrior as best as they can. Got himself the stun, potentially some bleeds. Man, one day maybe the warrior will be able to get the full burst on the Feral, because the amount of damage he got with the Thor, with a banner, with everything, it could be huge. Lazy trying to go for a big old carry and bite. Flash cut up, no interrupt for Lazy. That's gonna be a big recovery for Fang. Big bite to blast right through the flesh cap into the health bar, however. It's gonna set Fang back a little bit. It's gonna have to be a little bit more careful with his health. Does have big defenses coming back up though. 6 minutes in the duel. That's gonna be yet another Enriched Generation scene out of Fang though. So far this warrior has been very, very survivable versus Lazy. Taking a bit of bites, taking a bit of damn, but recovers it quite handily. Impending Victory ends up being an incredibly strong tool. Again, you lose out a lot of that stun potential, a lot of that control, a lot of that lockdown with the Stormbolt, but you get so much more healing. Someone kicked already? I don't think so. Or was it? I don't think anybody got kicked. I think it's just Team 2 never got a fifth. Yeah, I think they just AFK'd when the queue came up. I don't think they ever got a fifth guy. So Fang is just going to have to play for 2, or Chilpa is going to have to play for 2, or Necrobis is going to have to play for 2, or potentially XBD. One of those guys is going to have to play like a one-man army. Maim onto Fang, trinkets out of it. Lazy with a full Kyrian burst. Fang looking to recover a little bit. Blaze Storm getting used to break out of that root. Fang could potentially maybe go for some damage zone. I don't think Lazy has anything left. Going to be a trinket for Lazy out of the fear. Wait, Fang could maybe get Lazy out in the open. Lazy without any kind of pillar for a moment. If Fang has a reflect for the roots, you could actually be in a decent spot. Could potentially go for some big damage, getting some pressure onto Lazy. Going to be that Bark's going to get forced out. Fang has a lot of damage cooked up. He could go make something happen. Big banner, everything coming out. Let's see Reflect to follow. As long as he's using Crushing Blows in order to catch up to Lazy, he'll be actually okay. Needs to use that mobility some more. Gonna be Lazy can actually dive into stealth the last second. No. And Fang had a lot of potential damage with Lazy. Go for the Shadow Meld. There's only so much you could really do. Just getting away from the guy, Shadow Meld, and he's out of there. Man, so far it doesn't really look like Lazy has enough damage to really do much to Fang. And it doesn't really look like Fang just has enough mobility to catch up to Lazy. Those pillars are just way too good. Between Ursuls, between Roots, and between the Sprint and Shadow Meld, like he can just get away from the Warrior Burst, just run away from it. Fang taking a bit of damage. Lazy actually finds some burst. Wait a second, I think that was the burst Lazy has done with a bite with a Kyrian. Gonna be Chilpa's trying to make some damage happen. Stun to Lazy, no chicken out of it. Gonna be the big grippy hand. Chilpa's just looking to slam down through the Feral completely. And Necrobits and I think everybody else in that team are going by to pay respects to the Warrior. They just watch that man get kited in circles by Feral and they're like, oh no, you know what? I feel your struggle, my guy. I feel your troubles, my man. I know how tough it can be. Revan's trying to go for a bit of an immolation onto Chilpills. Mortal Coil getting set up. Man, that Warrior has a lot of damage. It's just the matchup. It might be one of the worst. That Feral Druid can just run out of the way from you. Chilpills with a Flesh Cap, trying to go for Chain of Ice into Reverence as Reflect is up, yoinking the Warlock back in. Warlock is playing the normal trinket, so it's going to be no resolve shenanigans. Interrupt that fear, Chaos Bolts is going to fly through. Chilpills might be in big trouble, potentially could heal a lot with those Chaos Bolts. Going to be Decimated Bolt set up, can't really do much about it. Flesh Cat up for Reverence, Chilpills just backing up out of that completely. Might just go for some resource building off of the Succubus. And Reverence is just looking to stay away from Chilpills for a bit. Succubus seduction. Oh, wait. He kind of got caught in the corner. Lynchborn, that picks like around the pillar. It kind of just stopped him in place. That was interesting. Lynchborn out of it. Going to be a big port for Reverence. Potentially a big grip for Chilpills. Doesn't have the grip, but it's going to be a stun from the Infernal. Going to be big Incinerates. Chilpills taking a lot of damage. It's going to have to go for a lot of self-healing. Dark Pact is up for Reverence, but the silence doesn't even stop it. Chilpills actually under a ton of pressure. Chaos Bolt, I think it might be over. Trying to get as much self-healing as he can from the second sphere by Reverence. Chilpills having to go for the death bag, but again, no health whatsoever. Oh, that Infernal might just take it down. Trying to see if he can fight through the and the necrotics, but he can't quite do it. That death bag is just way too deadly. Man, that is harsh. That is harsh. Necrobis is going to be up next. Hopefully this man can play. Dude, somebody's going to have to really pull out all the stops and play with one-man army. The Warrior played the best he could playing against the Feral stuff. Triple slapping the Feral down. Big Necrolord burst, but Reverend's got plenty more damage than that. And Necrobis might be the guy. Might have to be the man to just pop wings and eradicate the rest of the team one, just so everybody on that team gets a chance to play. Everybody from Rand to Aerolith and Seavark. And Reverend's is going to kite out. Necrobis could go for the could switch out his aura and go for like a little bit more dam. Did it just reflect a hammer at yourself? Mortal Coil into Necrobis. Does get the stun into Reverence. Could potentially be big damage. The Succubus CC stops him in place. For Necrobis, he ought to use the Trinket. Literally just forces Stan to look at Reverence. He's about to blast him with a Shield of Vengeance. It's going to be Shield blasted through. Necrobis potentially cause some damage. Reverence taking a big hits. Back-to-back big hits. Wait a second. Massive hammer from afar. Oh, I think a Judgment might do it. And that's going to be a hammer or a rack. And Necrobis just take him out. The big wings of a Paladin. Taking him out with Seavark, trying to see if he might be able to get himself a setup of his own. Necrobis is going to have to find a way to beat Seavark so that the rest of the team won't get a chance to play. But the wings, he did plenty of damage to Reverence. I am still amazed just how far the Templar's Verdict can hit you from because of that legendary. I think he did start the Templar's Verdict as Reverence was mid-air, but it just looked like he got hit from like a 40-yard range with that spell, doesn't it? Gonna be a Nova by Seavark, blinking out of the Mirrors of Torment playstyle, but blinking out of that stun. As Necrobis is trying to get himself a little bit of recovery, eventually those Mirrors of Torment are gonna overpower him and silence him in place. Root him in place, silence him so he's unable to kill himself, unable to do much. There goes that silence, not much you can do. Massive arcade barrages, big bubble out of Necrobis, seeing the big burst out of Seavark, decided, you know what, I cannot deal with this damage, I need to respond. Seavark with a temporal, trying to make sure there's some line inside. Necrobis still get a barrage of missiles. Is it going to be over? Flash cut the last second just to get himself alive. Going to be an intro by Seavark, stun into the mage, does have a normal human racial. Going to be massive barrages that does take him out. Oh my goodness. XBD doesn't quite start on the other side of the pillar, but he does start next to Seavark. Seavark is going to be able to find him. So the rogue at least started at an entrance, at a start, I guess. But not exactly where Seavark thought he was going to be. Stun into Seavark, going to be the ult time. Seavark, whatever damage he takes, unless the rogue can just one-shot him in the opener here. I think it might not be able to. No intro by the rogue just yet. He's going to wait for the ult time. Let's see if the rogue is stuck out in the open. Rogue just building up for common points from a distance. Maybe the rogue is just waiting for another C reset. Potentially. Seavark just got himself lots of Mirrors of Torment damn. Potentially. Got himself a lot of procs, but it looks of it. Cloak of Shadows by XBD. Mirrors of Torment removed completely. All that damage out of the window, but Seavark at least didn't pop the most amount of cooldowns here. It does have Arcane Power coming up a little bit later. Just trying to blast out of the rogue. Missiles coming through. That's going to be Shadow Step with an intro by the rogue. It's going to be XBD trying to see if he can prevent the Resolve Trick. And I think he went for a cheap shot trying to stop Seavark, but the Resolve Trick is going to give him that immunity. The Seavark does at least get to disconnect. Seavark needs a bit of a mana. If he wants to look for procs, he definitely needs a bit of mana. Rogue does dive into stealth. It looks like the rogue just got hit with a barrage, but still caught himself a re-stealth. How does that work? Arcane Orb does get him out in the open. Evocation for Seavark as he's trying to catch up on mana. He's just trying to burn that mana to fish out for procs with missiles. If we can get another setup on the rogue does have a trinket though, so most likely not going to be able to sit that next polymorph. But if you can maybe just find him out in the open, and with a poly resolve trinket, oh, resonant trinket, I mean. Blink by Seavark as he gets hit with a stun. Try to do the very best he could. Eventually, that is going to be a resolve trinket. Going to give him immunity. Just trying to go for as many procs versus XBD. Missiles to flying. Rogue doesn't actually need to trinket if he's not sitting in any kind of CC. Seavark with the ult time. Rogue with the vanish. Seavark could potentially still find him. Still holding onto the ice block in case things really go rough. The rogue open it back up. Trying to be aggressive here. Mark for death. Ready to go. Potentially has something for Seavark. Maybe a full kidney shot. Seavark with the images, trying to get some slows into XBD, just trying to arcane explosion just to get some procs. Trying to see if Door Shadows around the corner. Mirrors of Torment get it set up on rogue, couldn't quite do it. Blind onto the mage, and XBD is still getting pelted at least by one of those mirror images. But I think the mirror images will eventually disappear. Rogue looks like might be able to get himself a proper reset. Arcane Orb on one end. Let's see if we're trying to see if he can catch up a little bit of food. Nova, as he expected, the rogue just walk out on it randomly. Man, just the mage sense is like, I know rogue is nearby. It's like that paranoid sense is tingling in the back of your head. Poly onto the rogue, could trinket out of it. Gonna be trinket a little bit late, but does use it anyway. Cloak in case he wants to use it. Gonna show to see if it has a blink for it. Gonna be immune to CC for a second. Rogue is gonna go for cheap shots back to back just to get some sort of CC back onto the mage. It's gonna be Mirrors of Torment. Rune in place. Big damage. Seavark is interrupted. Oh! He just blasted the rogue out. A little yawning because it was that easy, man. Oh my god, he got uninterruptible burst there and just melted that rogue with a full burst. That was crazy good. Oh my god, he literally couldn't get interrupted. The resolve trick gave him like immunity to interrupts. That was incredible. Yeah, we gotta go again. Get a combo % of time. That's a AWC NA Snoopy. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Feral, I don't know, Arcane. I feel like they would just fit. I feel like they would just send Arcane. I don't know how good that would work, but maybe. That'd be cool. Okay, I don't remember which of these duels are which. I'm just gonna have to save all of them, dude. I don't remember which one is which. Alright, how many groups do we have, boys? Chicago, Seavark, Night King. Do we have some groups, boys? Yo, I'm enjoying these duels. Dude, that was so much burst. Seavark actually got a chance to actually play the game. Rogue got himself rooted. Mirrors? Yeah, Mirrors are a little rough. Mirrors are a little rough to play around. I don't think a lot of people really see Mirror play in PvP, but it's incredibly good in PvP in duels. I'm dropping to your dinner, but I gave him lead. Sounds good. Tricks with the lead. Awesome. Sounds good. Sounds good, friend. Sounds good. Tricks looking for a +1 on Alliance, boys. If you guys want to join Trickster, check out LG. Top number 5 in the search. Might be able to find him. Tricks, just call your group like 5v5 duels or something. It's something simple like 5 duels DAO. Anything. As long as there's a number 5 in there in the group, they'll be able to find you pretty easily. You know what tune for thumbnail? Let me know. I gotta show the mug. Yeah, I'm down. I should be able to find your character pretty easily wherever, since your name doesn't have any special characters in it. But yeah, I'll be down. I definitely gotta make one. I definitely gotta use a character. So Night King is ready. 5 men ready to go. Tricks just needs a +1. I don't know how Chicago's group is doing, but if anybody in Chicago, let's say if the group fell apart, maybe they could join Tricks as well. It does? Hell yeah. It's all. Oh, it does have an alt. Okay, 0, 2, 3, 3. I should be able to find either way. Or if what's what, I should be able to find it, but if you want to just send me a DM on Discord with your character armory, I'll be able to pull it up anytime. And whatever mod you keep, I should be able to make a snapshot of it and save the armor set. So if you change it later in the week, I could swap it around. Or I could go back to like what you had. Because I can save like the full armor set, the full go. I'm trying to not save, I'm trying to export these. I think I already exported this one though. Honestly, I'm just gonna re-export it again. I'm so caught up with audio. Oof, 2 out of 5. I'm sorry about that. Trickster. Chicago, do we have a group? 5. Chicago to 5. You're Trickster. My guy, if you want to keep trying to make a group together, it's all good. Or if you want to try to see if you can sneak your way into Chicago's group, you're more than welcome to, my guy. More than welcome to. Thanks for joining, and Trickster, by the way. I appreciate it. Thanks for trying to put a group together, my guy. I really, really appreciate you guys doing it. It helps out tremendously. These duels is a community effort. These duels wouldn't be a thing without community. Night King in Chicago. I did Chicago with a G. Chicago. As in Goo Goo Gaga. Which is basically what it's like whenever Dallas streaming. Wow, so professional, a baby could do it. Well, hopefully Chilpos actually gets a 5th, by the way. Their 5th never got to join in last time. Done? Let's go! Hell yeah, I'll be able to peep it tonight. Hope if I remember. I do need sleep at some point tonight. I got a pretty big project to work on. Saucepan! Yo, Saucer Pan. I like seeing the Shadow Priest. I like seeing the Shadow Priest. I like the name too. We got a 5-man ready to go. Hopefully team 2 also got a 5-man ready to go, boys. As who are they missing? I think a Paladin maybe on team 2. Yo. Might get some more Alliance boys over in Team 2 at some point with Team Chicago. Hopefully they have a +1 that's still loading in. Where am I at? 15? Okay, I'm really, really behind the Swedes, man. I'm really, really behind them. Oh, they got a 5. Let's go! With speed joining in. Okay, cool. We'll just do like this. We'll just go. Switch. Gonna be Lazy Cat going up for the big opener versus Chill Pills. Just trying to go for the biggest go possible. Is this gonna be the Necrolord Kitty? It is a Necrolord Kitty. Full stun on Lazy Cat. Got himself Barskin. Is that going to be enough though? He got himself the show. He got himself the bouncing snowball between Lazy Cat and the pet actually. So he got double the damage. Second stun on Lazy Cat as he popped himself the wall with the survival instincts. Barks him to make him as tough as bark. Gonna be a quick stun on Chilpus as he goes in for a quick bite. Looking to tuck tail and run. Get himself a bit of a reset. Death Indicate down. Sinjin at the kitty cat paws as Chill Pills does burn a death back really, really early, makes that deal with death, give himself a bit more health, but by the time Lazy Cat goes for a reset, those necrotics to Curse and Chill Pills health bar and then disappear by the time Lazy Cat decides to re-engage. That was a big opener by the both of them. Chill Pills does have the Kevin Slime to at least generate some resources off of. Chill Pills playing the snowball build, I think versus the Hunter and the Shaman, so you can bounce the snowball. And it was called Chill Bane? Is that the honor PvP talent? I don't really see it that much in duels because usually you're just fighting one guy. But Lazy Cat going for the swarm that does spawn Kevin Slime. Gonna be stun for stun. Lazy goes in for Barskin. Not sure if Chilpa's got big damage or not. Just wants to make sure he's careful. Extra careful. Blinders to the cat. Chilpa's kind of low in health. Got himself AMS. Potentially could go for a lot of self-heal. Needs a lot of more runic power. Sounds like a Lazy Cat. Chilpa's under a ton of pressure though. This could be really bad for him. Just trying to get whatever recovery possible. I think it's gonna be a flush cut behind the corner. Flush cut for Lazy Cat. Chilpa's does get to recover, but Lazy looking for a complete restoration. Death and Decay on the stairs, and Chilpus is gonna have to wait for the kitty to open back up on him. No outs here. Could potentially get a lot of resources though. Lazy Cat did not go in for the biggest damage possible. That wasn't Tiger's Fury, but Chilpus is able to at least recover some health. Lazy Cat does not have a trinket, so the next go by Chilpus could be really deadly. It's gonna be Remorseless Winter, potentially big damage. Chilpus just building himself some resources. Stun on Lazy Cat. And Chilpus is getting himself a lot of runic power, just trying to get himself as much healing as possible, but I think it might be over. Yeah, taken out. The dots just rot you down super hard. Looks like Saucepan is going to be up next. Lazy Cat is given an opportunity to get himself a bit of a reset. A Saucer Pan might be able to make a play. Shadow Priest versus Feral, I don't know how well it would work, but Lazy Cat is kind of out in the open, trying to go for a bit of an honor duel and a bit of honor battle. Lele Bracer, wait, maybe swap? Saucer Pan, not sure if they're the next or they're first. Potentially. Me now, right? I think he's trying to figure out, yeah. Yeah, got it. I like how I can see the chat. Lazy Cat, get hit with a fear. Gonna be a trick immediately. As is gonna be stunned by Saucepan. Got him some full void eruption. Doesn't have the void bolts, but it's gonna be full PI, full pets ready to go. Needs to get the mages of the dead. There goes the mages, and that's gonna be Lazy Cat bailing out of there. Gonna be dots rolling in. The pets doing a bit of damage around the corner. Saucepan trying not to get skull bashed. No skull bash for Lazy Cat for a while. Actually could get your full dots in. Gonna be the big dots getting set up by the Feral Druid. Saucepan is gonna be bleeding out profusely. Needs to go for as much self-healing as possible. Regrowths are up for Lazy Cat, trying to go for a silencer around the corner. And Lazy Cat diving into a bear form, going for that frenzied regen healing. Gonna be stunned to Saucepan. Still PI rolling for a little bit longer. Lazy Cat is gonna get the biggest beats out. This is good. Barak and everything, using everything but a Feral Frenzy. Saucepan is melting right now. That does activate yet another void eruption. So I think that's going to be the Megalomania build, actually. Greater Fade with the Disperse, literally using everything just to survive it. Wait, was it a void eruption or was it a Megalomania? That must have been Megalomania, right? That must have been, which gives you, what's it called? Surrender to Madness, which will mark the enemy target. And if you don't kill the enemy target, normally it will kill you, but with a Megalomania talent, it'll just bring you to 30% health, which makes Megalomania, or sorry, Tremendous, a viable PvP talent that you get through a PvP talent. A viable talent for PvP that you get through a PvP talent, I guess the better way to put it. Saucepan, drop it. I'm pretty sure I confused everybody watching this. Drop it down, the Mages of the Dead, trying to go for a big void eruption. Lazy Cat not backing up out of it completely. Gonna be Siphon on top of it. Stun to follow. All the pets on top of him. Lazy Cat in with the basket. Is that gonna be enough though? Sounds like Lazy Cat actually unable to get himself cast. That's gonna be Friends of Region. Could be pretty bad for Lazy Cat. Just trying to work down the pets as best as possible. Killing that Siphon whenever they can. Saucepan still has himself a little bit of that burst while in Void Eruption. At least had it. It's gonna be Lazy Cat going for back-to-back bites. That's gonna be a lot of health recovery. Man, I don't know if a Shadow Priest has the ability to just even stand a chance against a Feral Druid. I don't think they do. I think a Feral Druid just ends up decimating Shadow. I think they just bite right through them. I don't think there's anything a Shadow Priest can do against a Feral. Like, there's some classes that just hard counter each other. And I don't know if a Shadow Priest has enough damage to just overpower a Feral, because a lot of the damage is like over time, and Feral just has huge hots. Gonna be big bursts out of the Rogue. Lazy Cat getting really low. Could potentially use the wall here. Try not to use it just yet. Rains of Region in order to give himself a flow with the healing. And the Rogue continues to get Shadow Strikes back to back. Lazy Cat could be in trouble. Bachelor, the Rogue triggers out of it. Gonna be a Shadow Ball for a second. Whoa! The Rogue does end up slicing out the Feral, eradicating out of the game. You really expect to do what's a Feral Druid? Well, no, as an Outlaw Rogue, not to brag, but Outlaw Rogue could just pop evasion, and a lot of the Feral damage is out of the window. And the Feral, I mean, I guess they could just run away, or at least attempt to. Because Outlaw Rogue, I don't think I really have a hard time with Ferals. Oh, not that bad of a time, at least in 2v2. Speed going for a bit of an honor duel together with X. And X is getting the opener. Speed is just letting him do it. Cheap Shot gonna be a trinket. Gonna be a stun into X. X does not have a trinket though. That's gonna be a full. I think it might be over for X. Oh, stun. He does click a shadows right before the resolve trinket goes through it. X, I see having to go over his own. Speed getting hit with a blind. That's been just trying to go for the biggest go versus X. I guess knowing that X doesn't know how to trick it, was like, you know, resolve, I got it. But playing that Orc, man. Also, Orcs, sub-rogues in particular, have been running Safuza recently. They sit stuns for such a short time. They don't sit stuns long at all. I think it might be turn around at speed. Cheap Shot, let's see if they go. Oh, dude, the rogue duels are just like, who trinkets first, who trinkets last? You're the first to trinket and the first in the grave. Literally, that's how it comes down to. Who gets the opener? And I think Speed was like, you know what? They knew that was going to happen. They knew it was going to be that faster duel. They're like, you know what? I'm going to let him open. They don't have a trinket. There's a good chance I get it. But I think XBD might be running the new Safuz strat. Because Safuz reduces the amount of time you sit in CC by a little. Then you're an Orc, which also further reduces the amount of time you sit in CC by a little bit more. And you have the Anya trinket in case things really get dire. So there's literally no way for you to sit any stuns long enough. Getting that Cloak of Shadows in between, yeah, it is rough. Gonna be XBD taking a lot of damage. iFox going in for a bit of damage of their own. Gonna be evasion out of the rogue. He's trying to get aggressive with iFox. It's gonna be a pet sack. I still a ton shock. I'm still continuing to blast at XBD. I think it's just not even real. I think it's just the visual of it. iFox going for a reset. But does iFox play the Craven Stratagem Lego? I'm not even sure if he does. I didn't even see that shield whenever you get really, really low. Or maybe playing the Craven Stratagem, but not the PvP talent for it. It gives you like that damage reduction. Many advantages. The rogue is gonna interrupt it with a quick shuriken throw. XBD. Back over there with the Raptor. Just clawing at him. Just using their talents. Sharpening him against the rogue's blaze back there. Also, I like that sword you got going on. That's a wad sword. I look good. I think that thing looking red on you would look even better, but I can see you got like a bit of a red, a little bit of blue going on. Mix and matching. iFox behind the pillar trying to go for a bit of momentum benches. Maybe this is where the rogue goes in. Stun. Does iFox go for a trinket? Might just have to. Trinket comes down and sees the rogue, damage out of the rogue. Trying to go for a bit of a feign death, but it's going to be cheap shot to follow. iFox is going to go for a bit of a reset. It's going to be dead chakra. Cloaker Shadows. I think it still takes the damage from the grenade. The pet can't still get next to the rogue. Does go for reset, but the freezing trap is waiting for him right there. iFox with the biggest brain play. That was the best freezing trap I've ever seen. Has a hunter's mark on the rogue. No Cloaker Shadows, so the rogue cannot find the hunter at all. Does AoE him out? Does accidentally find him though? Wait a second. Cheap shot as iFox getting blasted out. Is that gonna be another stun? Gonna be turtle. And that's gonna be yet another freeze. As the rogue tried to go in for a big go, iFox is gonna send the pet back in. The pet is gonna claw at the rogue, keeping him in combat. 8 minutes, 9 minutes into the duel, 24% dampener. iFox trying to go for a bit of a flesh cut. XBD just letting it happen. But at least he's gonna get himself a bit of a reset with the pet. Tar trap, steel trap. Maybe he should have been a little bit more aggressive. Actually, even if he was aggressive, there was a steel trap waiting for him. There was a charge trap waiting for him. There was no way he was going to interrupt that flesh cut from iFox. I think the death chakra was going to take him out. iFox, man, as soon as he got that reset, that was over. The rogue played as best he could there too. And Fang is going to be up next. Immediate reflector to iFox. Just asserting his dominance. Chat Warrior McGee over here. Just absolutely just walking by. Reflect. He knows your moves. He knows your tricks. Fang last time had a hell of a duel versus the Feral. Did not go as well as he wanted to. iFox is getting blasted out by those big crushing blows. It's actually going to be Blaze Storm. I think it may be over. Oh, just running him over. Just knocking him down with Chicago jumping up next. And Fang got a lot of potential. He got a lot of momentum, but he's being honorable. Look at this guy. He's literally Chad. Literally a Chad. He's got a lot of damage, a lot of momentum, a lot of potential, a lot of damage to follow through. Still plenty of burst and decide, you know what? I'm gonna go out by, say hello to Chicago, nice quick bow, go for a bloodthirst. Literally had the most damage possible, but give Chicago a nod of approval. Literally just let it happen. Because in the 5v5 duels, sometimes you just, you know, it's like you're going up against a class, you're like, you know what? That class might be a bit of trouble. I have a lot of cooldowns rolling. I better just run him over while I can. But this man is like, you know what? I'm okay. What's up? And now we duel. Lost of my cooldowns don't even matter. Chicago dropping down low. Is he have to pop wild? He's gonna have to burn a lot of the maelstrom, a lot of the mana into healing. That's plenty of health on Fang though. Trying to see if he can stop him in place. He's gonna focus on the totem. Does he have a leap? He does. Reconnects back with Chicago immediately. Whilst you're rolling for Chicago for just a few seconds, Chicago does catch up on a lot of health. The Earth Elemental joining in. I don't really know if that's gonna help Fang any. I think it does give him more Blaze Storm damage or Blaze Storm rage. Chicago just tried to back up out of the Aegis streak and burning everything off they can. And not to reduce as much damage as it can from Fang. But this man, fearing on Chicago, is going to trinket out of it as the only CC that Fang has. I think tried to back up out of it to maybe get a charge and intercept Chicago. Couldn't quite do it. Chicago trying to go for as much of a selfie as possible, making sure to drop down a healing stream totem in order to amp up some of the heals even further. Fang at least has the Earth Elemental to generate rage off of. So he's in a fantastic spot. And Fang trying to go for a couple of bloodthirsts. Chicago looking for a bit of a reset continuously. Trying to generate as much mana as they can. That's going to be a nice Chain Harvest in order to get him in a good spot. Fang trying to go for Reflect. I don't really know what he could reflect back from Chicago. But took a little bit of damage with a Ellie Blast. Chain Harvest was pretty rough too. Chicago letting that flash card happen. Could have went for an interrupt. But it looks like he kind of walked by. He let it happen. I think it was like trying to give him a bit of an honor duel, like, all right, I'll let you get a flesh cap. Gonna be full banner, burst out of Fang, has himself recklessness, gonna be big crushing blows, catch up to Chicago. I think it might be over. I think the Warrior does have it. Oh my goodness. And it looks like Wolf is woken up from his nap. He's like, wait, I'm playing? Wait, I'm doing stuff? Let's go. And Necro is like, oh, guy. Necro was, I think he was hoping to play, man. I think he was hoping to play. Or maybe at this point, maybe he's like rooting. He's dancing, but in fact, maybe he's rooting for Wolf. He's like, yo, Wolf, you got this, just so I get a chance to play the game. Yeah, let him probably on hindsight, probably should have. It's up to you, Chicago. It's up to you. I saw you stop and let it happen. So it's probably like Chicago's like, you know what? I'll let it happen. It's up to you. I mean, honestly, I feel like if you were... Honestly, I'm not even going to question it. Made the choice. You saw the flash card, was like, all right. When Fang actually gets a chance to play though, after that Feral game that he had, this is at least like a little bit of a break. Wolf just go for a bit of a reset. For Fang, this actually cooldown's coming back. It's gonna charge into a sleeping shaman. Sundering missing, gonna be reflect up really early for Fang. Is gonna end up taking down the counter strike totem really early. Stun totem, walking away from it. Chain harvest does hit him. He is able to recover a lot with a single impending victory. Big little blast. Wolves joining in, or rather Ghost Raptors. Wolf with that wall, just trying to reduce as much damage as it can. Fang just waiting out. It has a lot of rage. Might as well start spending rage either defensively or offensively, either way. Has the pets all surrounding him. He got the Earth Elemental, is going to start spending a lot of the rage into the Ignore Pain. And it looks like he does lose a little bit of rage from Ignore Pain, but not as much anymore. They did make it a little bit less expensive for all spec of warriors. Okay, so one part of it is less expensive. They either made it stronger for all specs of warriors or less expensive for all specs. It looked like maybe just for prod they made it less expensive, but I'm starting to think it maybe made it less expensive for all specs of warriors. Unless there's a conduit that deals with the defensive of that ability. Gonna be full banner. Reckless is up for Fang. I guess it doesn't matter about defensive. Look at his defensive. He just absolutely crushed the wolf. It looks like he just ends up taking him out. This man is a literal Chad warrior. This guy came in, gave Chicago a full honor duel, slammed it down. He gave as many people as he could an honor duel there. Just slamming people left and right. Well done, well done. Fang actually got a chance to play. Let's get another duel going, boys. I want to give this man another go. That was awesome. I think Reverence and that guy gotta avoid each other. Alright, I gotta save all these though real quick. Alright, what groups do we got, boys? So we have Night King, Chicago, Trickster. Let me know what we got going on, boys. I want to do at least one more. Just cheating for Fang in the back. Wait, is he? Cheering. Okay, I was gonna say just cheating. I was gonna say for a second, huh? Actually, whoop. That's not the first. When you said cheating, I thought to myself like, wait, did you actually? Because I didn't think you did. But in most of the times whenever we do duels, if there is any kind of cheating, like, it's usually paladins. I don't know why, but something about paladins sitting in the back watching somebody duel. Some paladins have just like, they're just sitting, the pop wings and walk up and start healing the guy that's dueling. Happened more than once on the streams. More than once. I don't know why it's paladins. So I saw you say cheating. I was like, wait, I thought I was paying attention extra carefully there. Then I actually missed something. You're good though, my guy. You're good. I like it though. I like it. Actually, well, maybe you could explain what's it paladins that have been like, what is it about the paladin class that may or may not cause someone to want to do that? We had one time with a priest. There was one time with a priest that just ran in. I'm not like that, but I asked Athen before, like, what is it with paladins that done that? GG's my guy. Chat warrior versus shamans. No, the shaman's also pretty awesome too. It's just this guy, I gotta give him some extra respect. That guy's just walking in. He's confident. He's like, you know what? I know I'm gonna do well. I know, baby. I got it. Atham, 11% best attempt with the Holy Decade Challenge. Yo, I believe. If you got it to 11%, that's basically 10%, which is basically 9%, which is basically 8%, which is realistically 7%, which is realistically 3%, which is honestly 2%, which is really close to 1, which is basically 0. 11% is basically 0. You basically killed the boss, Atho. Just check your mogs, it's literally there. You literally got the mog. You just gotta kill the boss just for the sake, just for the fun of it. You literally have the mog. You have it. You got the Mage Tower challenges, all of them done. You got your mount. You just gotta go kill the boss just for the kicks of it. Not like a big Tarn cheering for you. Dude, with a Mog too, he got the whole Mage Tower set. That's a clean looking set. I like it. And that guy pumps, dude. That Tarn, I want to see that Pally play again. That guy piped. One time they played against Romans, I was like, we need somebody to shut down this war like this guy. I gotcha. Bam, big hammer. I loved it. I enjoyed it a lot. Remnants also blasted out, talking about Blaster. Hell yeah, Remnants. Appreciate it, my guy. Now I have it. And hopefully I got my audio all cleaned up and ready to go. Chicago just needs a +1 on Team Alliance. Boys, if you guys want to join in, check out the LFG group. Hit 5 in a search for the custom PvP. You should be able to join in. Team Alliance just need a +1. Night King, 5 men, ready to go. Is another duel with 0 dampening? Yo, I would love to get some duels with 0 dampener. Like 5-minute duels. But you know what? Oh, the 2. Oh, okay. Chicago needs 2 more in Alliance. Somebody got anybody in Real ID? Trickster, I don't know if you've swapped over to Team Chicago, but potentially you could if you haven't yet. Trickster, I don't know if you're still looking, but Chicago needs 2. I don't know if Trix has 2, or if they're still trying to put a group together, or if that fell apart. One more? Yo, we went for 2, 1, 2, 1. On the Mazda boys on Team Alliance if you want to join in. Chicago got a +1. We can do one more. This could be at least one more for the road, man. One more for the road. Oh. By the way, boys, thank you so much for popping in, man. Thank you so much for everybody playing, dude. I'm having a blast, man. This is literally my most favorite part of the week. Besides the Tuesday reset, where we get big fat loot, and when we get to finally play some alts with like double Legos and tier set Legos, that's gonna be really, really fun. This is my favorite time of the week, man, doing some duels. I was a little bit sad that we didn't get that many duels over on the EU, but I'm loving these duels on NA. I'm loving the class diversity we got today. I'm loving the variety, and I'm loving the good vibes in the chat too, man. Been nice to one another, by the way. Been nice to one another. Thank you to our support. Yo, Big Mo, that was awesome. That was great. My man, that was awesome to see. GG, my man. That was awesome. I love how Chad this guy is, man. Condition decline. Do we go again? Did somebody leave? Do we queue again? Requeue, someone swapping classes? Alright. I can requeue now? One sec? Yeah, tell me when you're ready. Chicago, keep your team around. We'll queue in just a second. Night King has somebody swapping their classes to someone else. Not a fan of Feral, not gonna lie. Yeah, that was a tough match to watch. I think he did everything right, but the Feral just has so many ways to shut down your burst, especially against that arena too. Tolvaron in particular, the boxes are way too big. They do give mobility classes advantage. More advantage than most of the arena maps do. But it's definitely one of the rougher ones, my guy. Like, you literally played as best as you could. But it's just the boxes and the mobility of Feral, Ursols, Roots. There's a lot of ways for him to just shut down a lot of that burst. A lot of ways. Asher Main, that's a decent arena. I think one of the pillars is a little bit big with the cat statue. Besides that, it's pretty decent. We got Incorrect as a Frost Mage. Let's go, boys. Wildip, my man! Oh, it's the boy! Dude, me and Wolfie queued into Wildip, and you blasted me. That man wasn't even playing Resolve Circuit or nothing. I played so poorly against Wild Imp. Actually, I played moderately okay. That man just schooled me. Absolutely blasted me, man. I loved it. It was a good duel. It was a good, not really duel, but like kind of like a duel because we have a healer, but sort of kind of really. It was well. I played like garbage in comparison to that man. That man literally just killed me down. Again, not even use Resolve Circuit either, which is what a lot of casters have been using. Actually, does anybody here Resolve Gamer? Nobody Resolve Gamer, not even the casters. Incorrect. Wild Dip. Let's go, boys. Alrighty, let's get one more in here. Hopefully Wild Dip gets a chance to play, by the way. Which? Let me go different song to start with, maybe, potentially. What song am I feeling? Song am I feeling, chat? That's a pretty decent. I like that. We got Necrobiz gonna be first up, switch, and Wild Imp, Wild Imp and Necro gonna be first up. But man, oh, pulling pets back. Wait, is it playing like a? Why is it dog is pulling back? Wait, this is actually just none of your pets are attacking. Wild Imp, are you certain what's going on? Your pets are not even attacking anybody. This man might have his pets on passive. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but this man might actually have his pets on passive. Gonna be a Tyrant next to him. Wild Imp set up a lot of damage. Gonna be the empowerments from the Wrathguard or Felguard. He's not playing the cheesy legendary for one-shots. He's playing the legendary where he can empower his pet by 10%, and the pet can empower him by like 12%. Or is it 10 for 10? Might be 10 for 10. Got himself the big decimated bolts. Pets are being sent in. Finally, pets are no longer on passive. Second, Felguard joined in. Necro might be a situation. Might have to burn a defensive here. Getting kind of low on health. Gonna be a fear. It's gonna go for the Aegis Trinket, but still in such a tight spot. Has to go for a Trinket. Those pets are doing so much physical damage. They're just gonna bypass that Aegis completely. Gonna be that Fel Obelisk down. The pets are empowered by the Fel Obby. Necrobus trying to see if he can catch up a little bit of health. Has a pet to at least blast out at. These pets are doing quite a bit of damage, but especially when empowered by the Fel Obelisk, gives them faster auto attack speed and casting speed. Demon Dog is joining in. There's gonna be a bunch of demons. Do you have a 2-piece for that thing? Looks like you only have one. It's gonna have to resummon a fresh new Felguard as Necrobus trying to go for a bit of flesh behind the pillar. Necrobus got himself a stun versus Wild Imp, potentially gonna be stunned by the pet. Maybe Necrobus has some damage of his own. War Stomp on all the pets for a second. Got himself big procs, but looks like no wings for the time being. Wild Imp just backing him out. Mortal hit him with a hand to go down right after him. Is that going to be also Obby? No, he just fast cast, and there goes the Obby. Now he's going to be able to get a big cast. Demon Tyrant coming out. Going to be even more hand to go down. Decimated Bolt around the corner. Necrobus does get hit kind of lowish on Necrobolt. Or Decimating Bolt. Big blast, and the Necrobus getting blasted out by the Tyrant. I think it might be over. Oh, the Tyrant on one side and a Tyrant of a Warlock, a Tyrant of a Warlock on the other. Double the Tyrant for that. That's a rough one, man. You're literally getting blasted by a pet that does as much damage or not more than a Warlock himself. Stun up to Wild Dim, big blasting damage, wall this damage off, does get himself a bit of recovery, just to get as many casts as possible. I think he just left. Wild Dim just bailed. Oh no. He literally just bailed. What is going on? I think that's not the first time tonight that somebody just bailed from Chilpa's acid pop cooldowns. Maybe he was expecting for himself to just die right there. Or maybe he had literally nothing. Gonna be the second BCC as Roman just blasted at Chilpa's. Got himself a big decimating bolt. Chilpa's getting hit kind of low. No reflect right now. Actually has a reflect. Reverence cannot interrupt it. Chilpa's is gonna have to bail out of it for a second. I don't want to play. I got dragged into this. Well, Wild Up, I appreciate you for coming by, my guy. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Thanks for at least playing one game. I appreciate it. It's all good. I really do. I really did have fun meeting him the other day in the arena. It was fun. Let's do it again. Except maybe this time I won't die in 2 seconds, yeah? Chill Pills with Chain of Ice versus Reverence. Is Chill Pills playing the Snowball talent? He is! It's bouncing between him and the pet. Gonna be a stun to Reverence as well as a Succubus. He actually prevented the Succubus CC. It was fun. Thanks for popping in, man. More to call into Chilpas. Trinkets interrupts on that Chaos Bolt. It looks like Chilpas is backing up out of there completely. Yoink and Reverence closer in. Gonna be Reflect. Cannot really do much while Reflect is up. Already Reflect. The only thing Chilpas can't do with Reflect is interrupt Reverence. I guess he also can't hit him with a Howling Blast because it'll just reflect damage back to him. But he can't reflect, interrupt while Reflect is up. Because interrupt for Chilpas is a magic cast. It's just a kick. But it's kind of like a magic cast. It's an offensive magic spell. So if you have Reflect, it's basically like Wall. Chilpa's getting hit with a Succubus CC. Put out in the open. Gonna be a stun. Get a bunch of follow. Does IBF out of it. Gonna get a yoink into Reverence with a blind to follow. No Succubus CC for a second. Does he have a Mortis Winter? He does not have a Mortis Winter. So you just have to play it very, very defensively. Looks like the pet finally. Wait, the pet died. Did Chilpas just like take down the pet with dots over time? Gonna be a big Chaos Bolts coming out with an Infernal. AMS up for Chilpas. Trying to reduce some of the damage is taken. Succubus is gonna be summoned up. Reverence trying to see if he can bail out of there. Grippy Hand should be able to get him back in there. It's gonna be a Chaos Bolt flying. Another Chaos Bolt to follow. I think Chilpas might be able to interrupt the next one. Gonna be a port for Reverence. And both of them are super, super low. Reverence to see how the biggest go. Gonna be a big grip by the Death Net. Wall is up. Succubus CC. Chaos Bolt to follow. Wait. Oh, this is actually so close between both of them. That was a clutch Succubus CC. Hey, what in Warlocks? Yo, I agree with you on that, man. Sometimes they're rough. Especially Demonology. They did get nerfed recently, but still, they're really, really tough. Because that Tyrant, if they're set up for a big Tyrant, it's as hard as the Warlock itself. You literally can't outrun them. The pets do damage. Warlock does damage. Tyrant does damage. It used to be at least only 2 of these things did damage. So you at least avoid, you want to avoid all of them. Like if it was the pets that did damage, you would maybe CC the pet. Tyrant, you would avoid that, but now everything does damage. All of it is scary, and it's everywhere. Gonna be either iFox, who's asleep. It looks like Wolf is gonna be next, and Chicago in the back. Hopefully iFox moves around from time to time. Hopefully he's in sleep, because otherwise they'll literally AFK him out. Chilpas is gonna have to hold the fort here. Didn't really get to fight Wild him that much, because the man has just bailed. Not one to fight. It's a Frost DK. But he did get to fight Reverence. Maybe he'll be able to beat Wolfie, maybe Chicago. It won't really be a proper 1v5 if he does get through the rest of the team. But he'll be as close as he can get it. Wolf is going to get hit by Remorseless Winter. It could have stacked up for a second, but he didn't quite do it. Chilpas did go for a bit of damage versus Wolf, but that was a wall. He did use the, what is it called? The snowball that bounces between targets. What is it called? The PvP talent the Death Knights use. Because they don't really use it in 1v1s. Because there's not really a lot of use for it. Because you're just fighting one guy usually. Is it Chill Blaine? Chill Streak? Chill Streak, I think, right? But Chill Streak is actually going to be pretty big value. I guess the next class is going up against Hunter, Wolf with the Earth Elemental, Chicago with the Earth Elemental, and the Ghost Boats. It's actually a massive, massive value, especially if it hits the Shaman a lot. Gonna be a Wolf, continue to build up a bit of Maelstrom. Gonna be a Pet getting summoned up for Chill Pills. As they're building up for the biggest damage, Wolf is gonna have a Trinket for the next go, but no wall. It's gonna be a stun on a Chill Pills. Does get Trinket out of it, trying to see if he can drop Wolf. But it's gonna be that wall. Got himself the Chill Streak. Gonna be lots of damage on the Wolf. Big blast into silence. Oh, and big obliterates back to back. Man, this guy with a tier set. If he's doing this much damage now, imagine that with a tier set with a big old Glacier. popping up right under his feet every time he lands an obliterate. Gonna be a random trap getting thrown in. Chupa's pet. Oh, Kevin! Kevin ate the trap. Oh no, Kevin is not bleeding, but rather oozing. It's not really like, unless he is. Kevin is just a ooze, right? He's not like a sack filled with blood, right? That'd be kind of morbid. I want to say he's an ooze. He's just oozing. But never know. Marileth is a hell of a guy. Marileth is a hell of a what's it called? An alchemist, I guess. Never know what he creates. I5 Center to see if you can back up away from Chilpez. Throwing out the chakrams. Chilpez is going to have quite a ground to cover versus iFox. Going to be that sounds for a second. Let's see more winter potentially. It's going to be the chill streak versus iFox in the pet. I think he went for a feign death, trying to remove the chill streak out of the question. Going to be that stun. iFox with a trinket. Trying to see if he can get some damage in. That's going to be cooldowns. Harpoon on Chilpez. He pops himself IBF. Might have to. Oh, Dark Pack might have to go for IBF. That's going to be second stun to iFox. Does he go for IBF? Healing potentially available again. Chilpez is going to have to go for as much self-healing as possible. That's back-to-back death coils just to give himself some healing. IBF getting used. And he's doing whatever he can just to generate as much runic power as possible, just to give himself just a little bit more healing, just a little bit more health, just a little bit more with a runic weapon. Silence out of iFox, don't really know what you can really silence out of him, but he's barely alive. Getting hit with a freezing trap as he goes in for, I don't even know what. I don't know what kind of a move that's supposed to be. Manic Bandages, kill shot. Chilpez is such a tight spot. Oh man, that is a rough one. Incorrect is going to be up next as a Necrolord Frostmage. Oh my goodness. iFox immediately seeing the Deathburn. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna pop a turtle immediately. Incorrect is going to be able to blink around. I wonder how this man is going to do. Blizzard around the corner. I like the farmer look. Look at this guy. That looks amazing. That looks awesome. That makes me think of like a farmhand near Brill. Big Blast trying to get for himself some lances in there with big procs. Incorrect does himself all the time in case his health really does get low. Trying to get some frostbolts in onto iFox. Big slows. Frostbolts doing some damage. Wait, actually, does he have the big ghost stun? Gonna go for a trinket. It's gonna be a root with a Nova and the clone and a cone onto iFox. Does he have enough damage? This is one more global, one more right now. Oh! No way, iFox escapes it. Blizzard around the corner. Does it stop him? iFox, the pet, does get in combat. He's gonna walk back into Blizzard, taking a bit of damage from that thing. And Incorrect just needs himself into one bit of line of sight. Throws down the frozen orb. Does he go for maybe Blizzards around the corner? Just start spamming lances as best as he can. Does he have enough though? Barely any health. How is iFox still alive? That's Chakram onto Incorrect. Does throw him down in a Blizzard. Does he have enough? At this point, iFox, how do you have health? How are you healing? Manic Bandages, there it goes. Finally, the spike. I was gonna say for a second, like, how? Incorrect going for a bit of a flash scuff. So far, this man has not been able to Deathborn at all. Chicago out in the open. I guess he's waiting for Incorrect. You want to go for a bit of a bow? Bit of a nice bow to one another? I think he's just waiting, letting Incorrect get the opener. I think as a Frost Mage, this is your hard counter. I think a Shaman is actually your hard counter. Going to be a wall as Incorrect going in for the most amount of damage. Going to be the big damage ramping up. You got to get a lot more Frostbolts in there in order to be able to get the most damage out. Going to be a Sunder as Chicago using everything they can to interrupt Incorrect as much as possible. Frostbolts are going to cleave on the pet stuff, so it's going to be a lot of damage. Wait, actually overwhelming. Wait a second. This is a great to think about intro. Oh, my goodness. This Frost Mage just blasted Chicago. That's the Deathborn Mage. Man, dude, Frost is dominating, whether it's a Frost Death Knight or the Frost Mage. What is this? Crazy. That was a rough one, especially with the Deathborn and you're playing against a Shaman. Normally this is a hard counter, but I guess after the kick and after Sunder and Stun, Chicago does have Ghost Tools. They're getting cleaved by Frostbolts, and that just ramps up even more damage for the Frost Mage. That was awesome. Do you have enough to go again, boys? I kind of want to see the Frost Mage some more. I want to see these boys again. Do we have enough? Or are we calling it here, boys? Because I would love to go again. I would have fun with these. These have been so enjoyable, by the way. I've been enjoying these duels a lot. I agree. This season, every class is doing PvE damage and PvP is whack. I don't know. I feel like every class prior to this was doing a lot of PvE damage. Like Burst didn't have grounding for that, and it's S. That's a good 3 out of 5. Okay. Well, if the groups are Dunsky for the night, it is getting towards that later part of the evening. That's been the hunt. I expect most just PvE to win PvP. To a certain extent, I'd say. I do like this a little bit more, and this is going to be controversial. I do like this a little bit more of the dampening. I don't think it should be this bursty of a game. I think it should be able to have sustain, like I think burst should be maybe reduced. I like the sustained damage can make a play in PvP, especially if you get sustained damage and CC. I think healing should be maybe a little bit less bursty. I think healing should be very high sustain. It should be a maintenance game, personally. But I do like that the games are not that high on dampening. I think maybe the burst should be reduced a little. Just the amount of... These want to do 3 out of 5? Really? You just want to do 3 versus 5? But it's up to you. I mean, if they want to do it, if they want to do 3 versus 5, I don't know how well that'll work, but we could do it. Go 3 or down one more. 3 versus 5? You wanna? Versus Night King? You guys think you can beat them? Okay. Shield happens. 0% wipe. Shield happens. Said. Shield happens. Shield happens. And rolling balls. Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate. That one takes a while, though, I thought. That one definitely takes a second to get together. But apparently this meta isn't even the fastest meta either. So are we doing 3 versus 5? You know, I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna give it one more go because these guys want to get one more game in. They're like, you know what? Let's do 3 versus 5. So Chicago is gonna be walking here. 3 people on their team. Night King, 5-man squad. We'll see if 3 can beat 5. We'll see if that can happen. Might be able to. The burst needed to be toned down quite a bit. Yeah, I think second swap confidence. Let me know when you're ready to cut Chicago. I do agree with you too. Yeah, I feel like. Gonna full sweat? Go for it. Full sweat. 1v5. Chicago. Easy money. Don't even need that many people on their team. Let's go, boys. Full sweat. No CC or skill required. I mean, look at the Red Warrior and RMP. Yeah. I think like Beastmaster Hunter, like as any other Covenant, like Kyrian, Necrolord, you need to at least land your traps in order to score a kill. As Vente for the longest time, you just could just PvE them down and eventually would just overpower. You didn't need to CC, you just did more damage than the healer could keep up with. Because you did a lot of sustain, and the healer can rotate your cooldowns. But once out of cooldowns, you're still pumping. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I think the amount of overlapping buffs, right? The amount of overlapping things that give you damage buffs, maybe should be reduced and be simplified for PvP. I like complexity in classes, but like the amount of buffs, like this ability will buff your damage by 20%, 10% here, 50% here, 6% there, 2% here, I don't know, 40% here. It's just like, and then eventually get like the stack. And it's like, yo, that's just a lot going on here, man. SL fast meta is fun, but it's too fast. BFA was way too slow. Yeah, there's gotta find like a middle ground. I think it's good. They at least gave it a chance here. Demon should not hit for 1k. That's true. That's true. And have modifiers. Yes, exactly. Demon Bolt can hit as low as 1k, but also modifiers that can hit for 100k. Like, hey, having something more consistent, something in between. It shouldn't hit for like burst. It should be like decent damage. Like a Demon Bolt should be able to, like a couple of Demon Bolts should be able to give you a kill. Not enough to like a single one shot, but like a couple of them should make some impactful damage. I agree with that. Yeah, that's a fantastic way of putting it, Wild Imp. That's a fantastic way of putting it. That's the thing, is like the damage is like, there's so much of a scale to it. But the high is really high, the low is really low. But it's just like, it's so weird. I know, I like to take a look at Demon Bolt, for example. Yeah, there's like a million mods for it. That's exactly what Wild Dip was saying. Monks have been in a similar situation. Paladins have been in a very similar situation. I mean, I like some cheesy one-shots, cheesy bursts from classes. I really do enjoy like the cheesiness of it all, right? The wacky builds, the funny builds. And eventual builds are like evens them out and nerf some of them. I do enjoy that, personally. So I wonder if there's a possibility to make PvP like balanced, but also have like some cheesy things here and there. And you go for Horde looking for a +1. 80, I think we're actually good to go. Chicago and Night King are queuing against the show. Chicago just doing a 3 people versus Night King 5-man. So we'll see how that goes. But I think Night King already has 5. If he needs +1, hey, wait, that's Ori. Ori, do you have an alliance character by any chance? Ori, do you by chance have alliance? Because you can maybe join Chicago with a 4 or 5. How you doing, by the way, my guy? Power Siphon is to 30. Yeah. Power Siphon. Dark Soul 4% per pet. Women Shells another 20. Decimate Bolt another 100%. Yes. And Tyrant also 50% on top of it as well. And Unused Trinket, I guess. I do, but it's behind. All good, my guy. Don't worry. I missed you, by the way. I missed you joining these duels. We actually had a class with these duels. Chicago neglected it. All good. That's what I've done with my alliance characters too. Don't worry about it. Hopefully, with a 9-to-5 cross-faction stuff, more people will be able to swap out to alliance and play what they like. I think this is going to be really cool. Sergeant Wombat, good morning. Hope you're well. I'm doing good, Sergeant Wombat. Hope you're having a wonderful evening, my guy. Or morning, actually. Morning for you. I got Bale Spiders. Yeah, up to 60. Necrolord Legendary, 100% crit, 35% more damage because they nerfed it. Because they did nerf it a little. But it's like so many modifiers, like you just gotta take it with one part of the modifier. There's still already so many. You know what I mean? Alright. I don't know if I saved that other one. Twitch. So Chicago said for their team they want to do a 3v5. They are sure that there's no way they can lose. They were trying to see if they can collect a 5-man squad over and on. So like, you know what? We have a good enough group. We could all go full try hard mode. We could probably 3v5 the group of Chill Pills, Night King, XBD. Swapping from Rogue to the Feral, getting an opener in Chicago. Chicago swapping out to the Necrolord. So most likely going to go for a bit more of a Zappy build while keeping the Ghost Rules, while keeping the Ascendance build. So I'm wondering what kind of a burst they're going to go for. Normally I see like an Elemental Focus build or Elemental Damage Focus build from Shamans. We're going to play Necro, but I wonder what kind of build this is going to be. XBD with the Berserk actually popped off a lot of cooldowns in the opener versus Chicago. Chicago just walking up next to him, looking for a bit of zap. Storm Strike's coming through. XBD with a quick roar, trying to go for a clone. Chicago does not have a way out of that one. So we'll see if the 3-man can battle the 5. That's going to be XBD on that team. We got incorrect. We just blasted it out last game. We got Fang, the Chad. We got Execute Spam, I guess, and Chill Pills on that team. Maim onto Chicago with a bit of bleeds, but looks like Chicago should be able to recover quite a bit. Flash Chicago getting interrupted by Chicago. Cyclone to follow, could go for grounding, does go for grounding into Sunder onto XBD. And Chicago taking a bit of damage from the Feral. Barset is up. Chicago, do they just build up for maybe the most amount of damage? Trying to build up some kind of resources though. Maelstrom getting built up little by little. Gonna be Ghostus joining in. I think maybe playing the Ghostus Legend to get them back up a little bit quicker. XBD backing up out of the complete regrowth back-to-back spamming dots over Chicago. Also looking for a bit of the recovery. Chicago burned out on mana completely. At some point, is going to have some kind of a go versus the Feral. Potentially maybe cooking up something big. Going to be the massive LE Blast versus XBD with a Sun Totem right after. Which is going to be big damn. Going to be Aegis Trinket. XBD got most of bleeds. Mimic to Chicago. Good Trinket is the 1-2. Massive bleeds. Another War Stamp. Going to be Resonance Trinket. Onto I think XBD. Biggest head is to follow. Chicago got the most amount of damage with a wall. Trying to see if he can survive in Chicago. Barely in health. Trying to go for Flash Gun. It's going to be a quick interrupt. And Chicago might just go down to the bleeds. Unfortunate Forge is up next. Chicago trying to go full sweat mode here. I don't know if it's gonna. If the team 2 will be able to do this actually now, because I felt did quite a lot of them. But we'll see. iFox up next versus XBD. We'll see if they can do it. I believe in the cleave. I was thinking Chicago was gonna go for a more like a normal elemental build, where you go for more Ghost Wolves, Ellie Wolves, more nature damage, or more elemental damage, I guess, with big mastery setup. But I think they were trying to go for like the biggest burst possible, which I think normally Ascendance pairs really well with Ventio, because it could be a Ventio burst into a big Ascendance, into a bunch of blasts. It's just so much damage together. Big damage onto XBD though, as he gets hit with a freezing trap. Put in place. He's just looking at the Hunter like, huh? What are you doing, man? Why hurt me? Are you serious? I like the look he gave him. Bash by the Feral, gonna be explosive shot, explosive shot from the Chakram. XBD is kind of low on health. It's a bit of a tight situation. With the Hunter chasing after him, gonna be a cyclone attempt. Fox does go for the trinket. I think trying to stay aggressive. XBD most likely is gonna have a flash cut back up. There it is. Feral with Necrolord. That's really difficult to beat, honestly. 3 minutes into the duel, no dampening yet. So Feral is gonna have a lot of stuff healing. So will iFox. Hunter's marking the cat, trying to go for the cyclone on the pet. Looks like iFox is going to pull the pet back, so they get hit with a clone. Potentially XBD could just go in for big damage. Going to be Maim as the Hunter goes in for a faint death per second into a freezing chop on the cat. Again, I like the poses that you can freeze in this Druided. Either in bear or either in cat form. Going to be a feint by iFox. But I think the pet is going to have a doubt on it. That's going to be a Chakram onto the Feral. Is it potentially going to be big damage out of iFox? Big damage with the explosive. Going to be that Chimeric Poison rolling after. Barskin for IBD. Potentially could go for a self-heal. Going to be a quick roar and the Cyclone onto iFox. As long as he doesn't have any dots on iFox, Should be able to roar and cyclone and bash to follow. And that's going to be a big resonant trinket. Stunned him for a second. iFox could be down for the count. Going to be freezing trap for a second. Manic better just to keep himself caught up. Likely the pest has a bit of dots of its own. XBD is at least in the freezing trap. And iFox is going to back up while keeping him dotted. Noah's bidding CBD calling it out. You don't think so? Possibly. Yeah, I don't know. Necrolord Feral is a little bit tough, isn't it? I'm good having morning coffee, seeing you live. What's up, my guy? Or you should have been here for some of the earlier duels. They're going to be a video anyway, or you can rewind if you want to. Watch the stream from the start. Some of these, it took us a while to get started, but once we got started, man, it's just been really, really good. Lots of things have happened. Gonna be big damage out of iFox. Coordinate assault. Potentially get himself a big setup on the XBD. The Feral does go behind the pillar trying to go for regrowths, but looks like iFox backing up out of it completely. He got himself coordinate assault. Looking for a bit of recovery. Looking for a bit of a bandaging. 1% dampening. Gonna be a stun. Maimed by XBD. I think it's just gonna be a full dots out of iFox. Does hit him with a stun. No trigger for the Feral Druid. Has a bar skin. iFox got out of all cooldowns for the time being. Is gonna drop him in ice. But I think for iFox, honestly, at this point, I think he's just going to have to play it very, very carefully. And he's going to have to go for hit and runs versus XBD. But that's a Feral Druid. He could just go for Flash Cap, recover a lot of health, Bear Form, Friends and Regen, recover health with regrowth behind the pillar. And as long as you don't have a trinket, he can just hit you with the Roar Cyclone and get himself a guaranteed reset until the game really gets such a higher dampening. XBD does get to swipe out iFox out in the open. He's going to chase after him. Quick Maim going to be immediate trinket. And iFox again playing it very, very defensive, but looks like someone breaks. The Freezing Trap going to be a stun onto the pet. I don't know if XBD tried to get a stun onto the pet. I think it might have been a misplay. I think it was a feign death from iFox that caused him to retarget the pet instead. Fero's getting kind of lowish on health. Needs to get interrupted on nature at some point because he could potentially go for big flash gun. Gonna be that wall as he's trying to reduce some of the damage taken from the Hunter. Hunter, I think going in with a bit more of a Berserk or Battle Master's Trinket, give himself a little bit more health. Stun onto XBD, has a trinket for it. Could potentially be a freezing trap. Fox is gonna need something, anything here. Definitely needs some kind of a survivability option. And does get himself manic bandages. Let's start with this Madison. Can't take it. Yeah, there's a lot of burst, isn't it? It is a ton of burst. Damn. Maim onto iFox. Death shock him. I don't really know if that'll be enough. I think it might be over. But Zafirla got full bleed. It's gonna be a turtle shell. iFox is gonna watch XB to recover to full. It's gonna drop him down. Ice trap. What the? What was that? Dude, same thing happened to Chilpills the other day. Or the other duel rather, the other day. Maybe I had way too much coffee. Time is just passing by me really quick. And bash. Oh, that's just the resonant trinket by XBD with a stun, taking down the Hunter. Wolf MVP, literally last one left. Your opportunity for 1v5, my guy. This is it. Got himself the Ghost Who's in, trying to see if he can catch up onto the Feral. Feral and Bear Form does get himself a reset as Wolf goes in for cooldowns. He's gonna have to pick up eyes as soon as possible in case he wants to look for the Feral or let the dampening kind of ramp up. He's gonna have to do a lot in order to be able to fight through the Feral as well as the rest of the team one. And we'll see if they'll even be able to get a chance to play. Gonna be a counter-strike totem onto Wolf. XBD just bailing out of it completely. The counter-strike totem can't really hit XBD if it's not next to it. Flashcraft is going to be out for XBD. Wolf trying to see if he can burn through it as best as possible. He does get a bit of zaps. It is going to be a reduced flash because of dampening. He's able to blast right through it pretty well. Wolf taking a bit of bleed damage onto his health bar. He does get Ghost Wolf back up very, very soon. He didn't really get the stun totem onto XBD. But the Wolves do come in. Trinket out of Wolf right now. He needs to get himself a little bit more Maelstrom. He needs to make sure he gets a Primordial Bolt onto XBD and then blast him out while he's out of Bear Form. Going to be the Frenzied Regen, not emergency healing, but a dedicated heal for XBD. As he's looking for that full reset, this is where Wolf will be very, very helpful getting some sort of slow on the Feral. Feral, before even catching a reset, just go back to the Shaman, missing that Thunder. Quick Maim onto Wolf. I think it might be over here unless Wolf has something for it. Dampening actually getting kind of high bounce. I think it's over. Oh, yeah, that's actually, there's no way. There's no way. Well, Chicago's team did want to 3v5 it. They did want to 3v5 it. They did want to try it. Yeah, I think Big Mo literally called it. He said nobody beating that man. Yeah. Do we have enough for one more, boys? Potentially? Or are we done ski for the night? Because we did have it down to 3v5. Even EU tried to do the same thing. I think it was Scotty. It was that one rogue. I keep forgetting his name. I'm really, really bad at it. And Arhi tried to go for 3v5 on EU, and I think we got shut down by a rogue. Man, you either get shut down by a Feral or by a rogue. Am I right? It's one or the other, man. I love Feral because I'm main Feral, but I'm terrible at PvP. Yo, Feral's a lot of fun. As long as you have fun with your classmate, that's all that matters. Whether you're good at it, whether you're not, as long as you have fun with it, that's all that matters. Because I play a lot of alts. I'm not great at them, but I have a lot of fun with them. And I'll be the first to admit, like, yo, I'm just playing this thing for fun. I'm not really great at it. I do try to improve a little by little, just because when you play a class and you're like, you want to do well, you want to get the numbers. But as long as you play in a class that you enjoy it, that's all that matters, you know what I mean? Alright, boys, are we done skiing? Chicago, are we done skiing? Yo, sorry, Ori, we never got to have you join these. These are actually really fun. If I join these arena rating points, if I do it, you get arena rating points. The 5v5 duels? Nope. This is just a community ran thing, man. We just get together, make groups of 5, and duel each other because it's fun. Because this has just been something we've done for a while. 5v5 1v1 duels, seeing classes compete against each other. You don't get points, no. Although, how cool would that be if that was a game mode, man? How cool would it be if you could have some sort of like a rating system of our own, right? Like an in-game rating system of 5v5 duels. And I'd be able to like host it, and you'll be able to assign ratings based on how many games you win. And there'll be like a leaderboard. So people that want to go for 1v5s will be able to like what? They want to go for 1v5. They'll be able to get a lot of points. I mean, unless you want to see us do another 3v5, yeah, that's all good. Unless you guys really want to do it. It's up to you, boys. It's up to you. I think anybody else? That's all good. That's all good, man. Don't you worry about it. I can try. I mean, it's really if you guys want to do it. I think a 5v5 is a lot more fun, though. Because that Feral, I mean, a Necrolord Feral can shut people down. That was just really, really unfortunate. What's up, Night King? What's up, my guy? Except I feel like if those rating with the 5v5 duels, people would just play like the strongest classes possible, strongest specs, strongest covenants, and play the cheesiest build just to go for 1v5. You know, I like keeping this casual so people can try different builds and try different things. Let's do World PvP duels. That'd be kind of cool. Do a World PvP duels, the World PvP duels one day. I need to do it from like a priest perspective though, because priest will be able to get like a mind vision on people. I think that'd be kind of cool, because I at least mind vision somebody. I think it'd be interesting. Let's do it. One day, man, one day. These duels make you one of the best streamers, creators, in my opinion. They're a lot of fun. They're super fun to host, up, dude. I do enjoy doing this, man. With the community, we just hang out, play some duels together. I get to commentate, put you guys out on a wide screen, make some thumbnails out of it. We can see so many different builds out there, dude. You guys don't even know how many people you guys inspired to try out a class. You have no idea how many people Chill Pills with his burst, or Ori, or Sivark, or Chicago inspired people like, huh, I never thought of playing like Enhanced with Shaman, but Chicago makes it look really, really fun. I'm gonna go try playing it. I have even got messages from people like, yo, watching you play in Dals Duels, had a lot of fun. Like, he literally got messages, dude. This is a little folk hero, in a sense. Someday I'll join Sivark on my Warlock. You're more than welcome to my guy. Well, I had to send him watch X-Men. You guys want to go again? Well, if we don't actually have a 5-man, I think we might just call it here, WAP. Although next week, come back next week. Hopefully we'll get your friends joined too. Get your friends, get your boys in Real ID join and be like, yo, y'all want to make some duels? Y'all want to get some groups together so people can get a chance to play? Next week, chat. Next week, I think. We're going to call it here. We had a lot of fun. It's about that 8 p.m. We had a long duel session today, which is awesome. We got a lot of games. Under a perfect stop on top of ICC. Ah, that'd be cool. Listen, LG, gonna get 2 more. Never mind. I mean, if you wanted to see Chicago, maybe we could. GG's. I mean, if you wanted to. I could probably do... Because I've been enjoying these. I got plenty of energy in me, man. I've been sipping coffee a little bit. Normally I just chug it. But today I've just been enjoying duels, man. I've been running off of hype alone. I've been having fun with these. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it easy. Let's just call it here. Let's just call it. Let's just call it. Had a lot of fun, man. I'll definitely think about it, Night King. Maybe doing this out in the open world. Fucking if we were doing... Oh my god. Alright. Chicago, we'll do it. Chicago sponsors. It's a back and forth. Because Chicago says, alright, let's do it. I'm like, alright, I'm ready. And Chicago's like, oh, okay. Because there's a delay. There's a delay with the stream. It's whatever Chicago wants to do. Because Nike has a 5-man. I'm going to try it now. Okay. Night King, do you still have a 5-man? Chicago's going to try to get a 5 together. We'll give it like 5 minutes. How does that sound? We'll give 5 minutes. Let us see Seavark on my idols, dude. Seavark blasted a rogue earlier. You should have seen it. Yes, okay. We got 2 more needed for Team Alliance if you guys want to join in. We'll give it 5 minutes of looking. If you don't get 5 man in 5 minutes, 2 man, 2 man or women, 5 minutes. Another Geo and Ali, let's go, boys. 2 more needed for Team Alliance. Check LFG, Premier Group, Classic PvP, type number 5 in order to find the groups easier if you don't see it. 4 out of 5, yo, 1 more in Team Chicago and we're good to go, ready for 1 more. And then Night King, yo, then WAP, you'll be able to get a chance to play. I'm down, boys, because I've been running off a bit of coffee, but also a lot of hype, man. I've been enjoying these a lot. This has been enjoyable. I think I just love the variety we've seen today. We've seen Destro Warlocks, we've seen RK Mages, Frost Mages, Frost Death Knights, Enhanced Shamans, Feral Druids, or Red Paladins. Yeah, we got a 5-man, boys! Let's go! Huge! 1 more for the road, boys. 1 more for the evening in the Mugambala Arena. Give it your best, give it your all, have the most amount of fun. Let's enjoy some duels together, boys, yeah? Wow, Dip, I thought you were done for the night, but I'm glad you joined in. I thought you were done, but I'm glad you joined in. Yo, 1 more. Give it your best, give it your biggest burst possible, biggest damage, whatever you got going on, whatever you want to play, whatever you choose to play. I'm gonna need to save all these audio. I don't remember which audio is which. We're just gonna save them all later. I just can't do it right now. Alrighty, Twitch. Let's get a different song. I like this one though. We'll get a different one to start with. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one to start with. Alrighty, boys, there it is. Buffest Priest. I'm okay with that if they did that. I'm okay with that. Twitch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Chill Pills. I was about to say Wolf, but he's on the other team. Chill Pills over on Team 1 as a Frost DK. We got ourselves Exy Spam. Fang is going to be first up. It looks like he's going up versus Warrior Avron. Avin? I don't even know what your name is, but it's gonna be both of them blast each other out. Avin popping himself the big banner. Fang got himself a big banner as well. Red region for red region. It's gonna be a leap away from Fang with Avin looking to catch up, trying to disrupt the regenerate, and Avin getting kind of low on health. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be this game right now. Both of them are just bursting each other. Both of them keeping each other in execute range. Who's gonna be going down first? Avin Moonguard is gonna be hit for the fear. Zerka reach out of it. Oh, Fang with barely any health. Does he just die? No way he dies, right? He got no health at all. No, don't give him like that. Don't do him dirty like that. No. Oh, he's just gonna get a grenade. Wait, Fang catching up a little bit of healing off the pet. iFox not going in for that kill shot, I think was the misplay. Stun to Fang, I think it's over. Unless he somehow lives it. Man, these warriors just unleashed the most amount of rage into each other. Just came out, blasted each other with damage. Dude, Fury is scary. It's terrifying. Gonna be a freeze onto incorrect. Let's look at to find iFox on Team 2. We also got ourselves Wild Imp, or Wild Imp in the back, just chilling. We got ourselves the Wolf MVP, as well as Chicago ready to go, and that's gonna be iFox. Just trying to see if he can get himself a proper opener versus incorrect, who's mounting up. Necrolord Frost Mage. A really scary class to bring into the duels. A really scary class in PvP in general. Let's be getting a lot more viability. As a patch 9.2 with double leggers and even tier set, gonna be dropping down big frozen aura with the blizzard onto iFox, looking to get some damage in. iFox is going for a bit of movement speed. Crossbows should be able to slow him down. Got himself big procs and taking a bit of damage right now. They're trying to see if he can drop down blizzards onto iFox. Get in silence for a second, could be an ice block out early. Does have 2 of them at least, so that's an advantage of playing a Frost Mage. That's also going to be mirror images in the game, trying to get some Frostbolts on iFox. Going to be knocking out his own blocks though. Trinkets out of the stun. Trying to get interrupted on Arcane or Frost as best he can. Freezing Trap onto incorrect. As iFox gives himself a bit of a reset. Going to be attempted polymorph, but again interrupted. It's going to be Deathborn. He's going to be able to cleave down the pet as well as the Hunter. He's trying to see if he can stay ahead of the Hunter as best as possible. The Hunter does not have an angle anymore. There's going to be a bunch of Frostbolts back to back. Eventually, iFox is going to be in a really tight spot. There's going to be a big explosive back into incorrect though. The man, I guess, had an Ice Block ready. He had the Cold Snap going, but I don't know if he had the debuff off of him in order to get himself an Ice Block, just to get himself a little bit more healing. That was a lot of damage setting up by the mage, but against a Hunter who just got dots, a Stav X and the XDB is going to be going for a bit of a trinket out of that CC by iFox, trying to keep the pressure rolling on Hunter. Hunter has nothing left. I think he's just trying to see if he can rot him down with bleeds. Fleshcraft getting interrupted immediately. Big bites to follow, and I think that might be a pet sack over for iFox. Pet is trying to reduce some of the damage he's taken as best as he can. iFox is going to go for feign death after the stun, trying to remove the dots as best as possible. As they're going for a bit of a reset behind the pillar, lobbing the grenades, so that's going to get the pet out there. XBD is just going to have to push in at some point. He's just going to go for regrowth. On iFox, does he just go for a complete reset with a camo? Possibly, potentially. Freezing Trap waiting for him. Does get himself a camo with a manic bandage. No dots on him or the pet, so he's able to get himself a full reset. And XBD, I guess he's just going to have to look for him. Might have to pick up the eyes, maybe a Moonfire, iFox out. It's exactly what he's going to do. Definitely needs to put some dots on the pet as well. I don't know what kind of dots he would want to put. At least a Thrash. Gonna be War Stomp as Resident Trinket going off versus iFox. Freezing Trap to stop him in place. Neither of them has a trinket, and iFox is just looking to maybe kite the Feral out. The lead by the Feral is going to help him reconnect. Steel Trap is going to stop him in place. iFox going to try to make sure to get some distance between him and the Feral with that aspect of the Eagle. Cyclone, does he go for feign death? Does get hit with a clone. Next video looking for that recovery with full regrowth. Has himself a flesh cap ready to go, but I think this could get interrupted at the last second. Actually, no, it looks like iFox decided I'm a little late to interrupt this. I'm just not even going to muzzle it. Got to be XBD. Got all the dots on iFox. Unless he has a way to clean himself off of all the dots. I think iFox might be going down. Barely alive. Pet getting dotted. More dots on iFox. And XBD is going for a bit of a reset. iFox got himself a little bit of a heal. Feral going for a leap. I think he's trying to leap around any kind of freezing trap that might be in a doorway. Gonna be the death chakram as iFox goes for a reset for a second. Explosion onto XBD. Does get hit with the main. Trick it out of iFox. Got himself lots of damage to go. Flank strike towards XBD. That's also gonna be a chimeric poison flowing through XBD's veins. Trying to go for a bit of a heal, but the bite secures the kill with, I think, Chicago gonna be up next versus XBD. Let's see if we can make him happen. I think playing a more of an elemental focused build. XBD is kind of under a ton of pressure. Does pop a wall there. Barely in health. I think Chicago just needs one more zap. It's going to be Frost Shock. I think the Ghost Raptors might just be able to do it. Maybe not. Oh, it does get zapped out. Singeing a little bit of that fur on the back of that Feral. Going to be X spam up next. Trying to see if we can Blade Storm into Chicago. Is this man playing two-handers or one-handers? Are these one-handers or are these two-handers? I wonder. Big damage on the Chicago. Gonna be a wall for Chicago. Just trying to reduce some of the damage. All the damage out of the Fury Warrior. But look at the amount of damage this guy's doing. He's just carving right through Chicago. Just sitting on Chicago is just deadly. Chicago trying to go for as much self-healing as possible. X spam is just completely racking up on Chicago. Recklessness being used. Just crushing through Chicago's defenses. And it's gonna go for a quick fear. Got him so big in Rage Regeneration. Lots of self-healings available. Is X spam, are those one-handers, Shadow, or are those two-handers? Because I think that guy might be running one-handers for the duel. Gotta be reflect in case Chicago gets some zaps. X spam needs himself a little bit more health. Gonna be Ellie Blast Boston Dream. Chicago's health is not doing that good right now. Automatic completely. Unless they have someone right here, it could be pretty bad right now. X spam needs himself a charge and execute. Trying to see if he can leap over Chicago. Needs himself one more hit. Chicago with nothing really left at all. Got himself whatever heal they got left over. X spam got a lot of rage. Gonna be Ghost joining in. Maybe Maelstrom. I think maybe turn around to X spam. X spam does get Chicago down. Oh my god. Fury Warriors are just so aggressive. Getting a charge back into Wolf from one shaman to the next. Can this warrior do it? Got himself a bit of reflect. Ghost Raptors joining in. Binding in his ankles. Not a lot of health left for X spam, and the Alien Blast does take him down. I think Wolf even dropped down Sky Fury. I think that might have made a difference. Chippa's going to be up next. Trying to see if we can set up a big old streak versus Wolf. Wolf dropping off a wall. Going to be a trigger for Chippa's. Just going on, unleashing the most amount of damage versus Wolf. Silence to follow. Trying to make the most damage happen as Wildem sets up his gateway as well as a port. Letting these guys duel. Stun into Wolf. Trinkets out of it. It was a short stun. Having to use everything just to survive the damage out of Chill Pills. The Chill Pills still has a Hungry Rule up and rolling for a little bit longer. Blinded into a Wolf. The Chill Pills looking to carve some death strikes off of the elementals. Not really sure if you can really, because whenever you death strike, is it like a vampiric strike by Death Knight? Is it like you're taking away some of their health in a way? Or is it supposed to be a strike that takes away some of the life essence? I always thought it was more like a Blood DK vampire Sunland strike. You know what I mean? You carve them, injure them, blood splatters, you absorb it kind of deal. That's how I always imagined it. So I wonder how that can work with the rock. Dwayne. Chilpa's looking for a mount up. Looks like maybe just waiting until next go. He might need to set himself up another stun versus Wolf and then go for a big go. Gonna be grip, roots him in place, puts him next to him. Gonna be almost winter. Wolf is gonna go through. Gonna be chopped up. Gonna be a big pillar of frost. Potentially big damage. Into a silence to follow. Not much you can really do about it. Sunder for a second to give himself a bit of a breather. Does try to give himself a little bit of mana to work with. Barely any health. Does get himself a heal in between. Need himself as much self-healing as possible. Trying to go for another heal. Wait, he's still in the game. He's still in for now. Trying to drop down the stun storm with Chillpills. Is going to be IBF immediately out of the Death Knight. Ghost was joining in, or Ghost Raptors. But Chillpills does end up taking him out. With Wild Imp charging out, already has himself set up, has the gateway, has the ports, ready to go versus Chill. Chill is going to have to go for a bit of damage versus the pets. Going to be Fel Obelisk down, needs to eliminate Fel Obelisk when he can, because those pets are going to get empowered, doing more damage to you. Chillpills wants to go over next to the Fel Obelisk, but he knows he really can't. He's trying to avoid Wild Imp as best as possible. Yeah, Obelisk is right there, needs to take it out when he can. He's just a couple of globals, it's like a totem. Not a lot of people take out an Obelisk ever. Chillpills just running down to the damage, and Wild Imp barely even touched him. It looked like Wild Imp was going to go with a Tyrant too, but he didn't quite do it. I mean, it's a two-hander duel called Dalaran. Oh, is it two-hander? Okay. I was going to say for a second. So, yeah, because it looked like a one-hander for your Fury Warrior WAP. I don't know why I called it WAP. WAP. So there's a one-hander and a two-hander version? Is that what it is? I was gonna say for a second, I was wondering, like, I wonder if a one-hander will ever be good for Fury for any reason at all. I don't think it's been in Shadowlands ever, unless you just wanted to for funsies. Silence on Wild Imp. He's gonna go for the Dark Iron Racial, get his stun up though, no trinket, pop it off a wall, potentially big damage blow and Chillpills, trying to flash cut right through it, just trying to live it. Does he have a port? Trying to see if he can walk away from the Death Knight. Does get the port back up top with a Tyrant join in. Chillpills has himself a lot of damage rolling from that go. Wild Imp trying to go for the Dark Iron Racial might have disrupted him because it puts his trinket on cooldown. Dark Iron Racial, Dwarven, as well as Undead Racial is a way to break out a CC, sorta kinda. For Wild Imp, it removes all the magic effects off him, but also all the poison diseases, and that can remove certain CC too. I think you can like remove a Hodge off of yourself. Literally cleanse yourself off a Hodge, or rather cleanse yourself off a Silence, I think. I don't know about a Hodge, but a Silence I think you can. This is why Blizzard decided that, you know what, that's kind of like a CC breaker, so we're going to make it very similar to the Undead Racial. It puts your main trinket on 30-second CD, which was kind of a bad go for Wild Imp, because he just tried to remove some CC off himself, like some normal CC, and then got hit with a stun, lots of damage, crushing him. It's just tough to deal with. He did the best he could, but I don't think he was just expecting that stun to follow after. Stun and Chillpills, trying to see if he can stop the Death Knight in place as best he can. Has to line himself for a second to hit him with a couple of decimating bolts. Trying to stay a step ahead of Death Knight as best as possible, as Wild Imp is just putting everything in this arena. And so is Chillpills popping IBF really early. Has these double Felguard attacking him. And if Wild Imp could just put down an Obelisk next to the Felguards, they would just do so much damage. Chillpills get him real low, dampening slowly but surely, rolling in. Wild Imp summoning up yet another guard to guard for him. And he's gonna have to get a whole nother set of pets very soon. Chillpills focusing on his pets quite a bit. Chain of Ice in that thing, building resources off of it. Gonna be a stun around the corner. Wild Imp tried to see if he could swing around for a better angle. Looks like he's gonna go back towards the top. Might have to either resummon a whole new pet, or maybe pull this one back. And Chillpills is gonna focus the pet down a bit. He's got to finally get the bow drop. Nice! I didn't realize it. I gotta get it myself, WAP. I think some of my two-handed classes would love that, dude. They would look so good with it. It's a good-looking weapon. Trink coming back up for Chillpills very soon. He has everything but IBF, so he actually is going in very healthy on this. Wild Imp just trying to find himself a better angle. Gonna be Chillpills poking out, eating that mortar coil, and then trying to see if he can go behind the pillar. Does use a trinket of Wild Imp, pointing back up towards top. I think he's in the Dark Iron Racial yet again, just to break out of that CC. It's going to be able to break away from Chills for a second, letting the Death Knight with all these birds just go for a bit of reset. Does Wild Imp have a fast summon Wrathguard? He does have a Felguard. Fast summon one. Chillpills just going to unleash whatever procs he had off of that onto the guard. Being a bow. Okay, I see what you mean. Wild Imp down below. Again, waiting and playing a long game versus Chill. He knows that Chill had a lot of damage, has a lot of pressure. He's going to get a root onto Wild Imp. And it's going to focus some of the damage onto that pet. I think Wild Imp is just trying to find himself the best angle versus the Death Knight, using the slows, using the mobility of Warlock, utilizing the crowd control, and just trying to play it as carefully as he can. Because it comes down to these two champions fighting one another. Chillpills sitting down, trying to get whatever mage food he can from the mage. That's gonna be a new Felguard getting summoned up. Chilpas, I think you might have to play around the summon Felguard. I don't know if he has a way to reconnect back with Wild Imp whenever he's trying to get a new Wrathguard or Felguard. Gonna be the Abba's down, Felguard having to go a long way around. Chilpa's not going after the Obby though. I think Wild Imp is just kind of letting the pet do work on the Chilpas by himself. Maybe that's what he's going for. Maybe he's waiting for procs. He's definitely waiting for something. Unless you just look at the Kaidaron Chilpas and the idea is to go into further dampening to then global the Death Knight. Because Chilpas has all the cooldowns back up except for the Dragon, which isn't really that big of a cooldown in PvP. It can do decent damage, but definitely not as hard hitting as it is in PvE. They basically made it mostly a PvE ability. I remember it used to basically one-shot. Well, actually no, it does have a CC capabilities in PvP right now, because if you do run the legendary for the Frostwind's Fury, it does give it a shorter cooldown, and it does give you like a full stun on everybody, so you don't need Remorseless Winter Stun. So it does have utility, but mostly the CC. Not as much for its damage. It's kind of okay damage. Chilpas, full cooldowns are ready to go. 14 minutes into the game, 53% dampener, Wild Imp, literally every cooldown available. At some point, these still gonna have to clash together. My question is who wins in the end of it, though. So I have to wait and see. These guys are just waiting. I actually am wondering what they're waiting for. I think just dampening at this point, right? Or maybe Wild Imp is just messing with Chilpas at this point. Could be hit. Because eventually, who actually loses out on dampening at the end here? Who loses out when it comes to higher dampening? I think it's Chill Pills, right? Because the Warlock at least got plenty of defensives, plenty of damage reductions. Chills has IBF, he has AMS, but a good portion of his survivability is death-backed, sacrificing the pet and going for chunky death strikes whenever he gets hit by a big hit. Maybe even Lichborn, Death Coil heal. But this is what I'm trying to figure out. I just don't really know. Silence of the Wild Imp. Does he have himself mobility? Gonna be a stun as the Chilpas is gonna try to yoink him away from the pillar. He's just trying to yoink him away from any kind of movement. Gonna be a wall for Wild Imp. Going for the gateway. Chilpas trying to get him as low as possible. Gonna be a Tyrant summoned up. All the pets are empowered. Chilpas is back there with all the pets trying to see if he can crack right through them. Wild Imp with no help whatsoever. Chilpas actually decided to fight the rest of the army. Actually going as far as to kill some of the Felguards. I think he killed the summoned Felguard too. Tyrant trying to get some blasts out of Chilpas, but getting interrupted, so he'll be literally unable to play. Wild Imp unleashes the most amount of pets possible and took a lot of damage there. Chilpas did yoink him away from any kind of gateway. I think at this point maybe Wild Imp is just going to try to whittle Chilpas out. 63% dampening, try to get himself a Fleshcraft. It's going to give you a little bit of health, a little bit of healing. That death pack barely giving you any health. It's giving you a little bit to work with, but not that much. A Wild Imp with a Fleshcraft of his own as well. Is the pet dead? No, it is back up. This is someone. I think that's literally what Wild Imp is trying to do at this point. Just sending the pets. Let it crack through Chilpa's defenses. Just whittle him away. Whittle through the shield. Do whatever health damage that it can. And then go for a bit of a reset. Chill needs to save his grip and his GG. Potentially gonna be a big decimator bolt setup for Wild Imp. Blind by Chilpas as he grips Wild Imp next to him. Trying to set up for Remorseless Winter. It's gonna be Silence to the Wild Imp with a center follow. I think it's gonna be just big up Blitz. Dragon coming down. I think one more hit is needed. Wild Imp just gonna port at the last second. It's gonna go for the Dark Enrichment to remove any of the diseases on him. Chilpas with full cooldowns ready to go. Slamming some of the sprogs back into the Felguard. And for Wild Imp, I think he's just trying to play the pet game at this point. He got a new pet that he can summon up. Tyrant is going to summon instead. Maybe the Tyrant will be able to make a play or two. Maybe do some sort of damage. Chilpas is going to get interrupted. The pet comes in. That's going to get empowered by the Tyrant. Chip it away. Chilpas out little by little by little. It's going to be a stun. Wild Imp using that stunner to break away. It's going to drop down the Obby just to give his pets a little bit more mobility. Summoning up another Felguard. Wait, he's literally just playing the pet build. He's just letting the pets take down Chilpas. Wait, Chilpas might actually be in a bit of trouble. Dampen is quite high. The double breath Felguard is actually hurting him. Wait, this could be really bad. Wait, did he just turn it around? That's the cheesiest way to take out Death Knight. There's no way. An Immortal Coil right out. Oh, no. He just cheesed him out with pets. He literally cheesed him out with pets. Are you kidding me? No way. That was a long arena. He let the dampening build up. I told you guys. I've even said that at some point during the duel. Like, who's gonna lose the most of healing? I think it was Chilpas, because he actually has some healing as part of his defense. Warlock doesn't really have that much healing, except maybe Mortal Coil, but not even that much healing. He literally just petted him down. Drop down a Tyrant, let the pet do damage, drop down a second from Wrathguard, drop down the Obelisk, which is gonna amp up pet's auto attack speed, and it's just gonna auto attack him to death. What a duel, man. Oh, and they just went down to came down to the wire, last duel of the night. Crazy. Crazy. It's cheesy. I fell asleep. Hey, good morning. Yeah, that one is gonna be an interesting one to edit. That's gonna be an interesting one to edit. It's like, well, how do I go about that? It's like he called the homies. He literally called his demonic homies. He literally just like AFK. He's like, I'm a pacifist, but not my demons. He literally just like AFK. Like, you know what? I'm a whittle now of pets. Jeez, incarnate. GG's, boys. That was an awesome one. Weird duel to finish it off with, but everybody got a chance to play. That's what I'm most excited about. It's the fact that everybody and the mother got to play with that one, man. Really excited about that. Hey, boys, thank you so much for coming by, man. Thank you so much for watching. GG's. Thank you, everybody joining in. I'm glad we got to see some fresh new blood in these duels too, man. We do these duels every single week, Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. East Coast daytime. Mug for the win? Yeah, I feel ya. We do this 5 to 7 p.m. East Coast daytime, EST. I don't know what time it is in EU, but EST, 5 to 7 on Friday for EU and Saturday for NA. You guys are always welcome to join in. Always welcome to join in. I'm trying to make sure I have all these deals saved because we'll be going for these back to back to back. I haven't even been able to properly keep up with the audio. Probably have some of them double saved, but it's okay. Better save them twice than never save them at all. Hell yeah, boys. This is fun. I enjoyed it. GG's, everybody. GG's. Hope I'll see you guys next week for more duels. Tomorrow is Sunday. It is my day off. Tomorrow we're not streaming at all. We're just chilling, hanging around. I'm just going to work on a... Actually, I'm not even going to do any duties at all. I'm going to work on a video tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do none of that. So we're just going to be chilling. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Super fun hanging out with all of you boys. Hanging out with every single one of you. I'll see you guys next week. Yeah, be here for the duels. Regular streams 5 to 7 every day except for Thursday and Sunday. I'm gonna go, man. I haven't even eaten today. I woke up around like 3:30, which is late, but I have like I was working till AM, close to AM, getting into the PM mark. So like I didn't really get to sleep much last night. So I got to sleep, and I gotta get some food, man. I had a bagel. Not even a full bagel, like a little bit. So I enjoyed this a ton, though. I enjoyed this a ton. I'm at this point, dude. I'm at this point where I haven't had enough food. I'm starting to blank out and just, I'm literally blanking out, and it's like I didn't realize my webcam was that bad. Look at how bad this looks. I didn't even realize it. Sorry about that, boys. That was a stream though, where my webcam is just all scuffy like that. I gotta fix it. I gotta figure something out about tomorrow or Monday, one of those days. Thank you, boys. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all, you boys, next stream arena. Alrighty, peace.